Well, hey, we're back, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
I'm Tiffany.
Hey!
Yes.
It's
you
interesting.
became Babu Frick for a second.
Yeah, well, I don't see how you're surprised, given that the last theatrical Star Wars movie was that movie, and now it's Mandalorian and Grogu, and no one's excited. 2017, almost a decade since the last Star Wars movie was in theaters. People are like, hey, how about this beer commercial from Sam Elliott at the big game? Speaking of which,
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. That was 2017 was the last one.
it's the last Star Wars movie out in theaters.
No.
What's the other one?
No. That was the last. I thought that was the second one that came out in 2017.
No, I think the last Rise of Skywalker was whenever the hell, pre-pandemic.
Yeah, but I don't think it was. I thought 2017 was the second one.
Oh yeah, the second one was 2017 because we got married in 2017 and we saw the last Jedi in 2017. You're right. Yeah, man.
This is my I'm right dance.
How memorable!
Apparently.
Oh, you should be doing that a lot more often. Obviously this is our live show. We talk about comic books from the past week. We recap and review them, tell you what we thought about them. And the way the show works is we talk about the news, we do our reviews during the show. If you want to sponsor the show, you can always do so by using Superchats, ask a question or comment. We'll read it here on the show using those Superchats, and we'll collect them all. And at the end of the review portion, we will read them all and answer your questions or address any comments you have.
Put them in a little bucket.
Put them in a little bucket.
And sorry about last week's Superchats. We apologize.
Yeah.
We literally, there was zero internet. The internet just went, no.
It just turned off. And by the way, we'll get into that in just a minute. But before we do, of course,
the news.
Then we'll recommend books that are coming out this week that we think you should check out. We have so little time. We need to spend a little bit of time talking about the incredible teasers and trailers for all the big comic book movies. Endgame. I'm sorry. Doomsday's coming out.
Yeah.
This week or this year. Spider-Man: Brand New Day is coming out this year.
Yes.
So let's do it. Let's go ahead and talk about all the amazing trailers and teasers that came out during the big game. Okay, we're done. What is happening? It was the first Super Bowl where no Avengers teaser was released.
That's not no Avengers.
No trailer for an Avengers movie that came out that year.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not the same.
You
said a very different thing.
Every single year that an Avengers movie came out, they had a trailer at the Super Bowl.
That's the thing.
Except this one. The one that may ruin them.
Maybe they weren't ready.
Yeah, clearly they're not.
Was there a Supergirl one?
The Puppy Bowl had a Supergirl bonus teaser or something, because there's been multiple.
Well, that's
Supergirl
my bowl.
No, yeah, the Puppy Bowl is your bowl, but which I think is odd that you didn't know.
Well, we didn't get a chance to watch
all
of it.
Yeah.
We watched like some of it, and then we watched the beginning of it.
Anyway. So because we didn't really get a chance to talk about some big books, we're going to dedicate the news portion to what I'm going to call Absolute Corner. We're going to talk about those Absolute books that came out the week before.
Are we going to talk about the internet real quick?
Oh, yeah, we'll address the internet. So
that's part of the news. That's the news about this channel.
The news about us. Yeah, certainly the news that you guys care about. Haha. But no, we have had spotty internet for the better part of a few months. It seemed that anytime weather was bad, it affected it, which doesn't seem to make any sense given that we're in a compound.
And admittedly, you've had it for more than a few months.
It's been a year or two.
It's been a while.
And
we've never had good internet.
And I've called, multiple times. I bought new internet. Like I signed up with Verizon to replace them. And man, the competition that we normally go with, they were disappointed. They were very interested in keeping our business. Which I'm not being sarcastic. And they offered us a peach of a deal to not go with the competition, which included also solving the problem. I got a call.
That was the key part.
That was
really the key.
I got a call from the crew on the ground who were like, "Hi, are you Sal?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want?" And they're like, "Yeah, we just finished fixing it. Like across the street from your office, like from your address at your studio."
Yeah.
There is a wire that was just exposed. Like the internet wire was exposed. Like it was just, let me ask you a question. When it rained, was it bad? Like, yeah. It's like, oh yeah. So we replaced the entire wire and you should be fine. And we are.
Hi. It's us.
I was like, all you had to do was just fix it. Or like make the appointment. Or apologize for having bad internet. Like
whatever. It's fixed.
It was a nightmare.
It's fixed.
But it's fixed.
And here we are.
Yeah. So we got
with fixed internet.
I also want to point out that if you were a loyal viewer over the last weekend, of course, if you want to be, you can always the only barrier to entry is the subscription button, which you need to click, and the bell for notifications so you know when we go live, which is Monday nights around 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we're looking to remedy that. We'll see. But if you were watching, you might have caught an episode of a show that seems new, and you shouldn't get used to it if you are just watching on the normal releases. It's called Avengers Academy. It's a show that I make with DJ Woolrich over at Only Stupid Answers.
Right.
We're watching all the MCU movies from start to finish, not including any Spider-Man movies, because there's a whole show over on patreon.com/onlystupidanswers of DJs, where we've watched every single piece of Spider-Man media that exists, with one notable exception. Two glaring omissions, three. But we watched every episode of the Spider-Man 94
what about
cartoon.
The Japanese?
Yeah, we didn't watch Leopardon, nor did we watch the 90s Nicholas Hammond or the 70s Nicholas Hammond movies. I don't want to.
You're the reason?
I've seen them.
Oh.
I'm good. But yeah, but we watched all the Tom Holland movies, which are in this MCU, so we don't need to watch those. But every movie from Iron Man all the way to Endgame and beyond. So by the time that Doomsday comes out, that'll be the episode that we do in that series, which is called Avengers Academy. It is a Patreon exclusive show.
Oh.
So it's going to be like alternating between DJs and my our Patreons. So if you want to catch every odd episode of Avengers Academy, you can join us on patreon.com/ComicPop. The first episode was free, just to give you an idea what the show is.
The first taste is free.
First taste is free, folks. But
I played Schedule 1. I don't know. It's a game. Moving on.
So we wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of what the situation was. Off the Rack, any other normal interview, etc. None of those are behind a paywall. None of those are behind Patreon. And I pledge not to do that. The plan is not to make any shows exclusive. There's a bonus show. It's an extra show that I make with the non-spare time I have. So since it's only an addendum, it's I can't see how anybody would have a problem with it. But if you are a patron, hey, bonus content.
Yeah.
That's it. Just, there's a bonus show. It's on Patreon. There's also a podcast, which I'm neglectful on updating, but that's also exclusive on Patreon. And of course, a little early access if I get a chance to actually cut back issues like ahead of time.
All right. Other people have noticed the hair is weird. It's weird. It's being weird today. Maybe we'll go back to the hood.
Go back to the hood. That's what you wanted in the first place.
I wanted the hood in the first place because I was like, there. Now I'm mysterious. And also, it's like containing the hair.
Interesting.
That is weird.
That is
I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I'm glad you're not going to be putting things behind a paywall.
No, I have no intention of doing that. But we do have one show behind a paywall. But it's an extra show. So you're not getting any. No one's getting stiffed. You're just getting bonuses if you feel like it. I believe I'm going to have that behind the Red Raider tier.
Oh, okay.
But I'll see what DJ's doing. Anyway, so let's jump into Absolute Corner, huh?
Yeah, it's the Absolute Corner. Here we go.
There it is. Absolute Martian Manhunter, Dennis Camp, Javier Rodriguez, more of the same. If you love Absolute Manhunter, there's no way you're going to not like this. If you don't love it, it's the same as it's been for the last 7 issues or so. So take that as you will. The Rodriguez art is spectacular. The interpretation, the absolute interpretation of a key, neglected, forgotten, fan favorite DC villain is in this. It makes his debut. Great design, great concept, cool execution. But all the speculation, if you ever caught our back issues where Ben, Ethan, and I talked about the first volume of Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
All our speculation is addressed, not because Camp cares, but just it follows
clearly.
But yeah, and so if you're following along, this is a good book to catch up on.
Nice.
Outside of that, the art's obviously the star of the show.
The art is arting.
It's interesting because it doesn't seem. It's not like Camp took this as an opportunity to really switch gears,
right?
Which I think is a good idea. It's a good impulse to have.
Yeah.
So I hope that it continues the momentum that people seem to be giving it, since it's a critical darling and a fan favorite. It continues to be exactly what it had been. You get a little bit of John and his wife, get a little bit more, very, very little of his son. It's setting up a new thing.
Okay.
Also, the book is if you're surprised by its cultural touchstones. I can't imagine how you could be by this point, but it directly addresses stories that are taking place within our own world, particularly like the ice issues. The illegal alien living in the head of our main character might be a target, and so
Okay.
Yeah.
I see where this is going.
Mhm.
Can I just do something really quickly?
So yeah, it's a world outside your window is the absolute universe.
Okay.
A world created by Darkseid.
Yes. Oh.
Hard to believe. But yeah, I dug it. But it's not changing anything. But maybe it shouldn't. Maybe that's not where we need to be right now.
Okay. Fair. Are we still in the absolute corner?
Of course we are. So
because
tell us about this.
Well, hang on really quickly before we get into 16. I never got to talk about 15. I know you guys did, but I just wanted to say that was really fun.
Yes, how'd you like it? That was the first crossover between Batman and Wonder
I had a
Woman.
really good time. This is the one I had no worries about.
No, yeah.
Zero worries.
Right.
No worries whatsoever.
You figured that Kelly Thompson would be able, and I think her interpretation of Batman,
pretty good. Yeah.
She gets it.
She gets it. I think it's fun. I think Sherman did a good job and definitely had like a few maybe like Dark Knight Returns style moments for the two of them. I had a good time. And I think even though Scott is like, they don't need both of them to get either of them. I do think they inform one another.
They do.
And not just in like he has this thing now.
He has this thing that
I just mean like in terms of their relationship. Like I think like in their friendship or their like colleagueship.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was very nice. But yeah, Absolute 16 or Absolute Wonder Woman 16, Absolute 16. It's just Absolute all books. It's just all Absolute books. Man, like we knew that the shoe was gonna drop on this. Like we got Zatanna, having bound herself or bound Wonder Woman's voice to her.
Yeah.
So that she has no control over it when Zatanna is around. And I was like, well, that's going to be a problem.
And it is.
But like really great opportunity also for us to go like, let's go back and like have this like interaction between Wonder Woman and like Aphrodite when she was a baby. Really interesting interpretation of Aphrodite by Sherman.
Yeah.
Thought that was really fun. I think they did a nice job. And I also love Wonder Woman waking up in that like glen, that like Sylvan Glen by a brook. With like deer with like a bunch of deers with the little deer lips.
Yep.
Puts his little deer lips up to the brook. But like Pegasus is there, and I love the fact. I think I said this last time. He's got like 3 little birds on his back. They look like robins. It's just really cute. It's just like ding ding ding.
Well, yeah, because he's got like he made a perch.
Yeah, he is a perch. In the Huron, we established that Ferdinand and Petra are just hanging around. They've got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So they're gonna hang out here, and she's fine with that. Steve Trevor has been called to a hearing in Washington over the whole tetrahedron
situation.
Yeah. Tetracide. I said that last time too when we were because this is the book that we were working on when the internet cut out.
That's right.
The tetrahedron, tetracide. What is wrong with me?
Again.
I know. I just gonna make up my own monster called the tetrahedron. The tetracide.
Yes.
And the fact that like Wonder Woman took control of that situation and everybody kind of let it happen.
And
they're all just kind of like, well,
what else were we gonna do?
Yeah, and honestly, it looks like Colonel Sanders is
in charge,
running the hearing. Anyway,
sounds like right.
Steve's just kind of like, well, listen, it all worked out. It was supposed to go this way. No one else is taking charge. Nobody died. Also, like, if you want to talk to me again, you're gonna subpoena me. Steve out.
Right. Yeah, you Steve out too, my man.
Whoa, okay. And so like, there's like gonna be a Met Gala.
Okay.
Kind of thing. It's really an opening for the museum, for like the Amazon exhibit.
Yes.
Which is very exciting for all. Because like, Barbara had all these things forever.
Yes.
And nobody gave a crap until Wonder Woman showed up.
Sure.
And then they were like, "Oh, your expertise really comes in handy right now." Meanwhile, what the heck's her name? The villainess, the antagonist.
I don't know.
I can't remember what her name is. The blonde chick.
Oh yeah. From Absolute Evil and all the other things. Like her main antagonist or like the her Joker.
Yes,
yeah,
literally.
I don't recall.
Literally, that is working on mind control and other such things. And has like a plan. But it all takes place down at the gallery, right? They're gonna open this up. Yay, ribbon cutting. Diana gets to dress up. And we get one of those moments a la Darwin Cook in which like she's in a crowd of people at the museum and she's head and shoulders over everyone.
Veronica Cale, by the way.
Veronica, thank you. Cale. Not with a K.
Not with a K. But yes,
but like really fun. Like again, like I don't think they're like necessarily like direct like references.
No,
but
but
like,
I think Cook was the first like big push to make it so that Diana is big.
right. Cool stuff. And then like also like they have like other pieces from like the fish people that Diana met.
Oh, yeah.
And then Diana like collapses. Right. It's like, oh
uh-oh.
no, what happened? And we go back, do a little like catch up in the past in which I think she's fighting Athena.
Yeah, I think so.
No, it can't be Athena. Maybe it's Athena. I don't know.
I thought it was. That sounds familiar,
I
but
thought
it
it
feels like
was.
that'd be a bigger deal.
Well, I mean, like they're just whoever it is, doesn't matter. Having a great old time with a fight. All that matters is she turns into a tiger person for a second, and I was like, we can't do this book with Ben and Ethan. Artemis, it is Artemis. Thank you.
Artemis,
I was
thank
like,
you.
it's not because there's no
way.
I was like, there's no owls.
Yeah,
there has
no,
to be
you're right.
owls for it to be Athena.
Okay.
But
yeah, we can't have another tiger show
This is
up.
like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago that this came out. We can't have another tiger show up on the couch.
No,
I can't do anything.
And yet, it will be.
She wasn't even behind a door.
I know.
Unless there was a door, it's a secret door. Anyway, like Diana has this thing where it's like Aphrodite never showed back up after that, and like clearly like it bothers her.
Okay.
And she's like, the Queen of Love and all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Like I think we're gonna maybe see Aphrodite show up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I loved. Did you not love the image? Because I did. Of the explosion of magic. All the people running from the museum, and Diana being the only person
who's
walking.
going the other direction.
Yeah, and I was like,
love
it, love it. But it's like we got our own little Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Very different take on it.
Yes,
we got just all sorts of rogues here, even like a cheetah.
Yeah,
so I was like,
there have been multiple cheetahs. It turns out, but
this one looks like she has like fun fur glued on her. Anyway,
maybe she ran into a mushroom-headed elf guy.
maybe that's it.
Anyway,
Zatanna's like, yeah, remember, like maybe like they like Veronica basically didn't think you'd figure it out, but I knew you would. That like what's going on with your voice, because Diana's like, my magic is gone. Like this chick has my magic, and obviously that's what Veronica wants to do. Like she's like, well, if I can't like fight her, I'll just rip her apart.
Yeah,
like in the press, basically, in the hearts of others. So there we go. And I was like, this is a great issue. I mean, like again, they're all great issues. They're all great issues. I love them.
Yes.
So good.
That's a good one for the cover, by the way. All great issues, Tiffany ComicPop. But then we go to Absolute Batman, which also is Absolute Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Scott Snyder and Nick Dragata. Batman calls upon Diana one more time using the talisman. He's feeling really guilty about Waylon because his team makes him feel guilty because he is. Because they've all been turned into horrible monsters. And we don't even see Eddie. It's funny they talk about how much he hates. And we don't have the space to draw Eddie, but trust me, he hates you too. And
or he seems okay. I don't know.
Well, he likes where he is, but he also still hates Batman for being turned into a freak. And so Batman calls up Wendy. He's like, well, I can't do anything about like what happened to Oswald. That's gross. But I might be able to help Waylon because he's just turned into an animal monster. And I happen to know a person from mythology now. And that seems like a thing. So he basically begs Diana to like come up with any solutions he might have from transforming a man who was a monster back into a man. And she's like, kind of, maybe. Let me take you to the underworld. And he's like, I have a job. I don't have time to go to the underworld. She's like, nah,
time's different here.
And he's like, oh, okay, great. And it's funny because I remember having Scott on the show and he was talking about like this issue and how he's like, no, like Bruce is a blue collar person. Like his job is going to have him get tripped up. And I'm like, I remember the first issue when it was like, no, he goes from job to job. But like, it's just funny that they're like, yeah, we're approaching this from a kind of more relatable perspective. It's not, this is a Batman who has to worry about his boss or being on time. So, they go on a little adventure, which I couldn't help but think about like the Tom King run where like Batman and Wonder Woman get lost in another dimension and they spend like years together and they never sleep together because he loves Catwoman so much. And we have this situation where Wonder Woman and Batman are not trapped, but like voluntarily in another dimension where time moves slowly and they're learning more about each other. And it's just it was kind of like poetry. It rhymes, but not that I had any issue with it or that I thought it was reductive or anything. It was just like a thing. It's just more like if I had 2 nickels for every time that Batman and Wonder Woman were in a weird time dilation situation where we hint at a romantic entanglement but never actually go there. Then I'd have 2 nickels.
I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't. Well,
romantic entanglement whatsoever. I think because she says to him, like, I'm going to give you everything you need, and part of what he needs is to like get over a bit of his trauma.
Yes.
And so that's part of his journey.
Absolutely, which I think was amazing. It's interesting because when I read it, I was like, this, if I was in a different headspace right now, I might be moved to tears by it.
Yeah.
When Bruce sleeps and runs into his father,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is a fantastic sequence, brilliantly depicted by Dragata, and Scott really, like, he gets it, and it's a very different kind of interpretation. Like, I think if Scott had written it during like the New 52, it'd be a very different kind of interaction.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a Scott who's like just said goodbye to his son. His son's gone off to college.
Yeah.
And, like, so he's just like, he's thinking about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's really cool. But again, I was like, sometimes these moments really hit me. This one, I was like, it was more like
you appreciated it.
I appreciate it. It's more like that moment where, like, when Ben says something really funny and I'm like, that was very funny what you just said.
So like me most times.
Yeah. Like, I appreciate it on a psychological level.
I really enjoyed the interaction when they first get there to like this like in between place. It's like it is like an in between like area essentially. Where like he's like he asks about Pegasus and she's like, yeah, no, like he doesn't like people riding him. He doesn't like most mortals, right? Like whatever. But that like she's just like everything they run into, she's like, don't do this, it'll kill you. Don't do this, it'll kill you. And I was like, that's really funny because that is so accurate to most things in myth and legend. But when they see the Cyclops, she's like, don't stare into his eye or it'll kill me. No, it's just rude. Yeah, like that's really funny. Yeah, like, it's a joke that I'm like, I've seen it 1,000 times, but I like it. But I'll take it 1,001. Yes. So yeah, they go and they face this monster, and it's a centaur. It's a centaur, and they fight him, and whatever. It's just like, and it's clever because it's not just like defeat him and take his stuff, and you get to be. No, it's like take your licks. That's the lesson. It's nice. Yeah, there is that. I want to also point out I really appreciated like Scott being like, okay, like Kelly's doing this whole mythology thing, so I got to adhere to that. And so like they come across that like skeleton with the coins on his eyes for Charon. Do we agree? That's how it's pronounced. I'll say Charon, but I'm sure someone in the comments will give us another one. Where he's got the 2 coins so that he can buy passage with the ferryman, presumably. Yeah. And so that when Bruce goes to sleep, she puts the 2 coins so that he goes. So he can get passage. I was like, so it's like it's not a dream. No, he really did meet his dad. Really cool. I think that's my interpretation of it. Right. Which I like. Yes, I agree. Also, poor like Alfred really just kind of becoming a joke at this point. Yeah. Well, I think they're figuring out where he fits in this new, or he's becoming a butler. Yeah, he's becoming Alfred. Kind of. I'll take that because I was so sick of Alfred being like, you have no idea what's coming. Right. And I will not be able to help you with it because I'm really ineffectual. Yeah, I did like Dragata drawing a little kid with the Batman armor on it. Yeah. Like just the weight of that on him, the weight of his guilt, the weight of like all of this like just draped over him. Yeah. Liked it. Kind of cool. I think that's the second time I've seen a Scott book where a little Batman is wearing a big Batman costume on it. Yeah. But, like, I'll take it. But I also like the fact that he doesn't see his father until he takes the cowl off. Yeah. I'm like, that's a good image. Good stuff. It's like, it's kind of really interesting. It's real. It's I think deserving of the crossover. Like it's because Wonder Woman is such a special book and it's so precious and it's so important that it gets it right. And Kelly Thompson has been like just elevating her work to the point where like because I like Kelly Thompson, but like she wrote Amazing Spider-Man for a hot second and I was like, I didn't love it, but it was mostly because it was she never took a minute with just Peter. It was always like other characters were there too, and I'm like, just get out of the way, But this is like her best work is Absolute Wonder Woman. And it's nice to see Scott being like meeting her on it. Like it could have been like, we could have gotten something cool. But instead we got something meaningful and cool and also distinctly Absolute Batman while still paying like tribute to the Wonder Woman book as well. Yeah. Though I find that I don't know how comfortable he is writing Wonder Woman. Like, I don't think he wants to step on Thompson's toes. Yeah. So Diana speaks a lot less than she does in the other one. Yes, but it is also the Batman book, so that's completely fair. But she is true to herself, though. Like, she like she's like, well, you're here, so I'm going to help you with this, and we're going to do that. Like, I'm going to do all things because that's what you asked of me.
Yeah.
So.
Unlike the Ultimate Universe, where like characters that you know intimately are being used in other books, and it's like, that's just wrong. That's just a wrong thing to do, what you just did. This feels like there is an understanding of each other.
Yes.
And a respect that's really working.
I think they're like, well, Scott was like, I gotta make sure Dragata gets a big fight sequence in here, so we get that.
Thank God, because it is awesome.
It is awesome. The only thing I don't love, and I don't blame him, what an impossible task. When he draws, what's his name? Acrylus?
Oh, Acrylus, yes.
Acrylus, the centaur man.
Uh-huh.
Like when they're fighting him to the side, total centaur, horse, and all that stuff. When you're fighting it, when you're looking at him from the front, I'm like, what is the anatomy of what I'm looking at? And it's like only because of the fact that like horses are difficult to draw.
They're hard to draw.
Then stuff a man's body on top of it. I'm really not giving him a hard time. But I first saw him, I was like, is that his?
I could feel Dragata being like, sweet. Oh no.
Is that his legs?
Yeah.
Is that his whatever? Like,
yeah.
Not a big deal. Really not like.
But it's like, it's not a perfect.
But the rest of it is quite good.
It is. He gets to ride Pegasus.
Yeah, okay. That was my one thing where I was just like, did Batman just become a minor Mary Sue?
No one. He already is.
No one.
No, she didn't say no one.
He doesn't like most mortals. And he did like literally Batman does nothing in this to earn Pegasus's trust.
I think Pegasus saves Batman. It's not so much that Batman.
No, he does.
Tames
but like Pegasus didn't have to do that.
No, but I think Pegasus is like, no, she seems to like this guy. I'm gonna give him a shot.
All right.
Also, he's like, this is a Batman who's much more like open-minded.
No, I understand.
Like this Batman is willing to like meet Diana, unlike most Batman. Like this Batman's like, I'm cool.
I'm giving my opinion.
Yeah.
You may make your.
It was a cool moment. It's a cool moment that you need in the book. Otherwise,
I
it's like,
don't
what's
think
the point?
you need it.
You did, and
I think you could have. There are other ways.
I think you'll also get a line.
I mean, like I think what it is Dragata wanted to draw
Pegasus,
Batman riding Pegasus.
Yeah,
with his axe.
Right.
And narratively, we have to make this work.
Yes, that's right. I could also see in the next meeting, Batman trying to ride Pegasus and Diana being like, you got one.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I don't know. There's a cute moment where they say they're not together.
Yes, at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cute. I know the internet is excited. They love a ship. Why not?
Yeah.
But, and I would take it, but I'm also okay with it not being the case.
Sure.
I don't get romance, but I also don't get no chemistry. I'm like, no, these people have chemistry, but I also am okay with them being like platonic.
Yeah.
Works for me either way. But a fun book, looks great. Batman doesn't leave any empty-handed. I really expected it to be one of those things where it's like, learn a lesson about how you can't change for people, blah, blah, blah. But no, he gets the thing and he's like, all right. But like what I don't
it's the cleverness of
Yes, it's the cleverness of it. But I don't appreciate that like Batman just leaves it for Wayland. He's not like, let's see if it works. Do that. No, he's like, here. I hope to try it out. Like,
well, it's his choice. He's like, I'm not gonna, and that's what he learns. He's like, I can't make, like, I made decisions for everybody by doing this. You have to make your own decision on this.
Right. Well, I hope we see Wayland like wear it or something. I'm assuming he's gonna have to wear it like a talisman,
right?
Where,
and
like if it takes off, he can turn into a crocodile man.
And I like to think that. Remember, I was saying that, like, I think that the other book kind of informs where Batman's at. I mean, I think he feels guilt, but I think in the other issue where he joins Wonder Woman in her book, the way that she handles not being in control of herself, like how she like basically self-sacrifices. He's just like, oh,
right.
Oh, she's like not destructive and like she like would do anything for those around her. And like I would too, but maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't think that's probably what Scott would say, but it's like,
probably
I am going to say that this action is probably
more
is pulled from
a lesson that he learned.
Yeah.
I like that.
Something in himself where he's just like, I saw the next is Ivy and I'm kind of like,
Scott's very excited to introduce Ivy.
I'm very much like,
the design for Ivy's already been out there. I loved the design we saw in the Arc M, the first one where she's like red and she looks like Inhuman. But I've seen a bunch of different drawings of what she eventually will become, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like, in these books, the only one who's like playing around with the villains is Superman.
Yeah,
right?
Superman, they're not afraid to play with it.
But they're not afraid of like pulling villains that aren't his into that world.
Absolutely, Martian Manhunter also just did it.
But I'm just saying, like, out of the big three.
Yes. Superman's like, oh yeah, no, Ra's al Ghul's a villain.
Sure, why
for
not?
Superman.
But like Scott's like, you'll only deal
with your villains.
Yeah. And I kind of would love to have seen Kelly Thompson write Ivy.
Yeah. Well.
Not that I want to do like the female thing.
No.
Where it's like, well, she can only fight female villains or whatever. But I would have loved to have.
Yeah, Thompson would have gotten it.
Yeah.
I mean, well, there's always there's time because they're not going to kill this universe tomorrow.
Sure.
But yeah, overall, I definitely recommend it.
Excellent. Wait, we're in the absolute corner, right?
Oh yeah, I guess we could keep going.
Excuse me.
There's another one, but it's from this week. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Sir.
Sir. This one.
This is Absolute Superman. Is it 16?
Yes, it is.
Hooray. I was just trying to find my my credits page. This is written by Jason Aaron with art by Juan Ferreira.
Yes.
Am I right?
You are correct.
Did I remember that all on my own?
You did.
Wow. Enter freaking Carter Hall, everybody. Hawkman.
Hawkman. He killed Green Arrow.
Guess what, everybody? He's a total dick.
Yeah.
We go back to 1940s. Like, the world still existed as it was. Mm-hmm. There's still like, World War II. There's still all of that going on. And so like essentially Lazarus has existed since then.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it could.
Yeah.
And Carter has been tasked with going to collect artifacts from the tomb of Teth Adam.
Oh, okay.
In the nations of Kahndaq.
Right, of course.
And so he's there with another person, and that person is working for the Axis powers.
Naturally.
And he's just like, listen, like, they got more money. Like at the end of the day, like everybody involved with this is bad.
Right.
They just pay better. Right? Like, so Carter ends up grabbing in the wall. They found like the mace. And so like before they were descending, and he pulls it out and he becomes Hawkman, and he like murders that man.
Right.
And like when he like bursts out of the well that they're in, because it's literally just a well that like it's like, oh, like these people just made this a well, and it turns out it's like this tomb essentially. And like the Lazarus folks are out there, the peacemakers back then. Yes. And they're like, whoa. And he's like, don't worry, trust you guys. I'm one of the good guys. And he's just covered in human blood. And I'm like,
awesome. It's like,
yep. Aaron nailed it. Like, I know everything about this guy. Like, he really thinks he's just like,
he's on the side of the angels.
No, he's just like, listen, man, like, I know what's up. And so like, he obviously in the last issue ran into Superman. And Superman, like, he's like, hey, kid, like, I told you I'm one of the good guys. And like, Superman just bursts away, and he's just like, what? And he comes back, he's like, sorry, like there was a door fell off a plane. I had to go fix that. Mm-hmm. And he like, and I love that. Actually, can you pull that image up? It's Superman 1 that I have here.
This one here?
Perfect. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, just throw it in there. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I love this because this is like an indicator of the fact that like we're starting to see more of a Superman. Look at the smile. You know, like, sorry, like, door fell off a plane in Cleveland. Hi, I'm Superman. I like your wings. What were you saying? Like, he's a kid, right? He's still a teenager, but, like, he's having a little fun now.
Right.
And Carter is there to make sure he's not.
Right. Got to remind you, this is deeply serious.
Yeah, and so, like, he whooshes away again, and, like, when he comes back, Carter, like, grabs his arm, and, like, he's like, don't do that again.
Oh.
And Superman is like, there are people out there who are in trouble.
Right.
Like, I have to go help them. And he's just like, no. There's always people in trouble. We need to talk. He's like, when I talk, people listen, and that's what's going to happen here. And essentially, it's like Carter is like an old guard who's just like, I know what's up. You don't get it, kid. Mm-hmm. But he's also a total jerk.
Yes.
Who's just like,
my way or the highway. I got.
Well, he is that, but he also will later reveal that he's the kind of person, because they have a fight. Obviously, this conversation doesn't go well. If you could imagine, they end up fighting, and during the fight, Carter reveals that he's like, like, kid, like, you don't know how to fight. Like, clearly, you never got in a fight before, but you got your powers. Am I right? Like, you have no idea what you're doing. Like, he's just like,
he's really dressing him down.
You just got this thing.
Mm-hmm.
He, like, almost like he's like, you're a rich kid who just got all this.
Didn't interpret. Yeah, it's almost like Batman saying it.
Yeah, and like Carter is like, not in a nice way, like in a like he is a dick about it kind of way, where he's just like, you don't know what's up. And like Batman, or not Batman, Superman is just like, yeah, but I got him now, and he's just,
yeah. He meets him.
So the two of them have a very contentious like conversation about the fact that he's just like, like, my name's Hawkman, and the fact is, it's like, you think you like want to like change the world, you gotta go and like help out everybody all the time, but the fact is, it's like the people who you think you're fighting, you need to actually like make peace with them, because it's just you can't change everything,
right?
Like you can't. Like you can't do that, right? You think you're the first one? No, you're not the first one, and they didn't like shape up.
Yeah, I've killed all kinds of people meant to do the right thing or fix how things are, and I'll kill you too.
And he's like, there's others even right now. Like he mentions like the Big Bat, the Witch, the runaway from Project Olympus, and whatever happened in Evergreen. Nobody mentions Martian Manhunter.
No,
because
they wouldn't know. They don't know,
right? They don't know. And like Superman's like, I don't know who you're talking about. Like Superman is completely unaware of any of these other things, because he's like, all I can listen to are the screams.
Okay. Yikes.
And I'm like, whoa, okay, But and then he mentions he listened to this list. He goes, convince yourself you're special, unstoppable, figure out why the world figure why not change the world overnight. And then he just goes, Iron Monroe, Wesley Dodds, Dr. Fate, Oliver Queen.
Yep.
Those means anything to you? And he's like, no. And he's like, you know why? And like Superman goes, because I'm from space. And Hawkman just looks at him and goes, no, because they were stupid.
No, because I killed them. Because I'm awesome. You're living in a dream world.
So anyway, so like the two of them fly next to each other for a little bit, and Superman's like,
okay,
like
we're not gonna be friends.
Obviously this isn't working out. Like he's like, Carter's like, you're all over the place. You're on all like, you're in like the news, like you're using all this, like you got all this popularity going, like, but you don't think there's gonna be a response? He's like, to saving people,
right?
Like, I'm just helping people.
Yeah, like what do you mean?
He's just like, no, you don't want to be like them. You like all this stuff, right? And so then like Superman like is about to like whoosh away because he hears something, and Carter's like, do not do that, or you and I are gonna have a problem. And he's like, okay. So he uses his cape, which like R.I.P. Soul, and just grabs him, and he's like, you're coming with me then. Which he's not a fan of.
I'm sure.
Meanwhile, Lois Lane is about to become more Lois Lane than we know.
What?
Because she is going to join the Daily Planet.
What?
She's standing outside the building, and she's looking at a different building, and she's like, this can't be right. And as she is doing that, there is a person walking out that looks like Perry White carrying a box. It is Perry White. And he's just like, oh, you think that like we're in that building? No, that building's condominiums now.
Oh.
He's like, the paper's in this little tiny like shitty building. And I just got fired. Because like he did the metro section basically, and he's just like, instead of like paying me a living wage, they'd rather just fire me and hire some upstart kid.
Oh, okay.
To like take over. He doesn't know anything, and then Lois gets a text, and it's from Jimmy. It's like, I got the job at the Planet. What's a metro desk editor do?
Yeah.
I'm like, Jimmy, damn it. Anyway, Lois is there for her interview, but not before Metropolis is attacked.
Oh, okay.
By the way, Metropolis is in like the Heartland now.
Oh. Jason
Aaron has moved Metropolis.
Oh, okay. It's not a coastal city anymore?
It is not. I don't believe so. Right? Like I think in here they mentioned that it's in the Heartland.
Oh, all right.
I think. Fact check that one.
Maybe if there's a body of water, maybe it's one of the Great Lakes instead.
I don't know if there is a body of water. But essentially, so you know how Lazarus is being broken up? Talia is still around.
Okay.
Right? Like she's still around, and she still has some of the peacemakers.
Peacemakers, yeah.
And she wants certain assets. So there is a group called Gates, which is the Global Anti-Terrorism Emergency. Can you pull the other one up that I have there? That like very like gray looking one. Look at this logo. Ooh. It's a freaking owl. I literally was just like, Court of Owls.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think so. They're called Gate. Obviously, I don't think it's that. But then I had this thought of like just Aaron taking using the like, you know, Ra's al Ghul and Lazarus. But like, could you imagine instead of Batman having to do with the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
Like Superman has to deal with this like shady, like they're a larger government organization.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't punch your way out of this one. Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't think that's what it is whatsoever, but I wanted us to just have that fun little thought exercise.
Definitely.
For a moment. But anyway, a bunch of guys are moving crates out of Lazarus. She's looking for specific assets. He, like one of the peacemakers, ends up shooting it, and like something comes out of it. It's all tendrily and gross and drawn in only the way that like Juan Ferreira can.
Yes.
Immediately, I was like, I think I know what it is, and then it's revealed it's Parasite.
Right.
It's codenamed Parasite.
Cool. Okay.
Essentially. And it's like horrific and scary. And like for a second, Hawkman and Superman are fighting while they're in Metropolis, right? Because because they have to, and that's when he like dresses him down about never being in a fight. And like inevitably we get like a Juan Ferreira like sort of like. I feel like this is very his style of page, where it's like it's like a cross section of things that are happening, even though it's not really cut through.
That's
but
very
like
interesting, yeah.
And when we see like Hawkman like shot through a whole bunch of buildings because Superman's like, shut up.
Yep.
Like, man. And he's like, and then they see Parasite, and essentially Superman's like, there's only one fight that's going on here.
Yeah.
And it's this one.
Right.
And so you better just help me. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Cool design for Parasite.
Yeah.
That's monstrous.
Nice. Well, that's very, Ferreira.
Yeah. And then don't forget, we also left. Where was Brainiac? Do you remember where Brainiac was?
No.
He was somewhere in Missouri. He was at the house of Lex Luthor.
Oh, yeah.
We get to see Lex.
Yeah. That's great.
He is redheaded, bearded Lex.
Yeah.
Right? And basically,
he's not Australian.
Right? Also, doesn't this kind of look like
Lex?
Well, yes, Lex.
Oh, and Grant Morrison.
Is
that Brainiac?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And he's having a conversation with him on his porch where he's just like, basically like Brainiac offers Lex like a very generous offer to come work with him and stuff like that. And he's just like, I got everything I want right here. Like, I'm not connected. Like, I'm the kind of guy who doesn't want to be on my phone. I'd rather be working in my yard. Like, I've got family. Like, he's happy.
Yeah.
Like, I like Aaron's like message about Lex. Lex is truly happy because he's not worried about comparing himself to a Superman. He's not worried about the endless, hunt for money. He has his family and he is legitimately happy. And I'm like, and you're going to ruin it.
You're going to ruin it.
You're going to ruin it. And like, it's a birthday party for Lex. And he's just like, Brainiac's like, really? Okay. You're not. So Lex is like, no, come on, stay for my birthday. Like, it's cool, man. And he's just like, as he like starts to like fade and like turn into Brainiac.
Yeah.
He's like, I peered into the universe and I saw like the Lex that I need.
Yeah.
Right. And you ain't it. But like, here's the thing. I've been told that I'm really good at motivating. And so like, he's clearly going to kill his whole family.
Yes.
And I'm like, but how is that going to help you make a Lex Luthor
who works with you?
Yeah.
He's not going to want to help you.
Right. But like Brainiac's kind of like a maniac. So
right.
I don't know, but I feel really badly because I'm just like, no, let this man have happiness.
Yeah.
Just leave him alone. Just leave him over there before he becomes a problem and loses all his hair.
Right.
Yeah, just let him have some cake, man. But great issue. Again, we're starting to see Superman be Superman. This is what people have been waiting for. But like, it means a lot more having watched his journey.
Oh yeah.
It
turns out that like going on that journey was like essential.
It was good. It was really good for everyone involved. Except for Lex, seemingly.
Right, he was having a good time while our heroes were having a hard time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks.
Let's see here. I read this. I don't know why I keep reading this. It's not true, actually. If you watch my episode on Word Balloon, you'll see that I talk about it a little bit. But Amazing Spider-Man 21, John Romita Jr., Joe Kelly. It's fine. It's whatever. It's funny. I was looking at some art from John Romita Jr. like over the decades, and it's like, you'll never be able to convince me that he's a bad artist. Like, it's just that, A, he's older. B, he's refined his style to the point where it's like, this is what it looks like now. C, it doesn't really match the tone of the story. But you can't deny like what he did for like Iron Man and Spider-Man and like Daredevil and like X-Men and all the stuff that he did like during the heyday of Romita Jr.'s art. But Norman Osborn, he's fighting Hobgoblin and Goblin Slayers. The cover indicates that like Norman is doing his thing, even though it doesn't look like Norman, it looks like Peter. Peter comes back in the last page and basically is like, I know you killed my girlfriend, but like, I guess we're friends now. Like, I forgive you, and you did a great job being Spider-Man. Hug. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what is this? Like, what? Like, is this Joe Kelly's idea? Like, does Joe Kelly want to talk about forgiveness, or is editorial like, no, just make this book confusing and weird until eventually the only people who are reading it are people who have never read the series before.
Right.
Yeah.
But like maybe that's all. Like they're just like whatever, just do that.
I mean, like you could tell they couldn't care less about like anything, you know. Like Joe Kelly is this like character with a shield who keeps showing up, and I'm like, you have to stop pushing this character. I don't care.
Like I don't care.
Interested.
I don't know.
Like I'm not here for that. I'm here for a regular person. I'm here for a spider person. Maybe not like the 18 that you've already put in this book. Like Gwen is there and Miles is there and Bailey's there, and I'm just like, enough with the spider people. Anyway, it's just, you know, it's not a very good book.
Okay.
And it's like the #1 selling book for Marvel every week. But you know, that's how it is. Oh, I forgot about the other Absolute book we didn't do.
Oh, from last week.
Oh no.
But are you done with talking about Spider-Man?
I'm always done talking about Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
But you wanted to give us a quick roundup about what happened in Absolute Flash?
Sure. No, we did talk about this.
Did we cover this?
We totally talked about this. Remember? Because her
Okay,
legs and the whole thing.
Great,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Good.
No, we're good.
Hooray.
We did it.
Did you read this?
Of course I did. It was the last
finale.
one, which I was like, no.
No, but there's gonna be another one.
Okay.
And maybe Kristen's gonna come on the show
I
and talk about it.
legitimately was like, no. This is Event Horizon Dark Descent, written by Christian Ward with art by Tristan Jones and Christian Ward.
Oh, cool. What?
Yeah.
Nice.
So Tristan Jones handles the main story, and Christian Ward handles the epilogue for this, which is like the connection between this series and
the next
of course,
one.
and Event Horizon.
Oh, okay. Because there's also a sequel series coming from Christian Ward.
Listen, I'm excited for all of it. Man, like this whole thing is so like messed up, but like in like the way that Event Horizon should be.
Yeah.
Not in like it's a bad like whatever. No, it's
too
great.
Messed up. It's too weird.
Yeah. You know, it's just like I can't tell you what happens in this, right? But like just Tristan Jones bringing like some crazy wild art there.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we kind of the fate of these people.
Right. I know where they end up.
It's just how do they get there?
Yes.
And it is wild. It is wild, and it's like upsetting, and like I gotta tell you, like I don't know which thing I love more. I don't know if I love the art or the writing more.
Yeah.
I literally can't
It's a great blend.
pick.
Yeah.
Because on the one hand, I just like love the story that Ward is telling us here. You know, he has the unenviable task of making it all work so that it can lead into an already created film.
Mm-hmm.
While also maybe leaving room open for some more.
Yeah.
But like Jones just comes in and just like it's just like grotesque, but like there's like a beauty to it.
Oh, sure.
It's mostly grotesque.
Right.
But it's just done so well. Like it's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like it looks like the best parts of Event Horizon.
Yes.
And like just expands on that ever so much more.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it'd be difficult to kind of keep track of all the characters. It's not. Like Jones and Ward do a really great job of making sure that you're following along, you know who they are.
Yep.
Like even though like their lives don't really matter. Like I care and I'm interested in I'm still rooting for them.
Right.
To have some semblance or some version of saving themselves.
Exactly.
Even if you know that's not possible.
Yeah.
Really beautiful story, really like dark story.
Oh, sure.
Like I like things gothic. I like dark. I like that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I say a beautiful story, I don't mean like it's like a beautiful romance or like a beautiful story about family and coming of age. No. I mean like it's just a beautiful dark story where it's just not afraid to wallow.
Yeah.
In that.
Right.
Great stuff. I'm sad for it to be gone for right now. I know it was like kind of away for a bit, but looking forward to this collection as well. I'd love to read these back to back to back.
No doubt.
I think it's gonna be a great read if you have a horror lover in your life who wasn't aware of this and they weren't picking up the individuals. Grab the trade of this, even if they're not a comic book reader. If they liked the movie or they like horror movies,
they're gonna like this.
They're gonna probably like this, and they may not even know it exists. I highly recommend go. Like you can pre-order the trade. I'm sure.
No doubt.
I don't know.
You can.
Okay, but I would grab it. It's
Event Horizon Dark Descent.
Yeah, great stuff.
I read this. I've been talking about it actually on a number of podcasts, not just our own, but also, of course, over on Dorkly. This Week in Nerd History, we had one of the co-creators of this series and the co-writer of this book.
Yes.
The creator of Darkwing Duck. But yeah, Tad Stones, Greg Weisman, and Ciro Cangiel. Cangialosi. Sorry. Drawing this fun crossover. It's Gargoyles, Darkwing Duck. No, they don't exist in the same universe. There is a magic portal.
Okay.
But
yeah, you can't really make that work.
No, you can't. Basically, Demona has a magic mirror from the show, and she uses it to go bring in another sorceress who's Darkwing Duck's girlfriend to her world, and Darkwing gets embroiled in some searching. He finds Goliath. He helps out. It's a crossover. But the art is great. It manages to do justice to both worlds despite their disparate styles. Obviously, Gargoyles is super more grounded. Darkwing's much more cartoony and high flying, and yet it works really well. The Darkwing stuff is very reminiscent of the original cartoon. The Gargoyle stuff is a fun comic book. It doesn't look weird. This person isn't out of their depth.
How many gargoyles are involved?
2 right now.
Okay.
We see Demona.
Oh, sure.
She's obviously dabbling in sorcery and Goliath.
Okay.
There's a cute moment actually where Goliath he takes Elisa, he's like, oh, let's go, and he flies with her, and she's like, I love when you carry me, and he says that is why I do it, and I'm like, are they boinking? Are they boinking? Is it official? I haven't read the series in a while, but I know Wiseman's writing it, and there's an ongoing Gargoyles book. I'm like, is it official? I don't know.
I want that,
but it's cute. I was like, all right, good for them. But and also this Darkwing stuff is in there. Manages to make you think of both worlds, which doesn't surprise me because Stones and Wiseman worked together on both Gargoyles and a number of other projects. Stones created Darkwing Duck and wrote practically every episode. So there's a lot of authenticity in this book that no one would have expected around.
Sure.
But fun stuff. Very much it's certainly it's not, I would never have asked for this. But I also don't dislike it, and I'm not in any way disappointed by it.
Right.
There's another one where I'm like, well, you messed up.
Oh, okay.
Of the crossovers that we read this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we go into that, I'd love to talk really quickly about the Twilight Zone, just while we're talking about some of those.
What a great series.
Twilight Zone. I love this series, and another IDW Dark series. Twilight Zone episodic.
Yes.
Black
it's
and
not
white.
An ongoing. It's not like every story is connected. They're episodic, like the show.
Tower of Terror inspiring show.
Yes.
I love that ride. I hate that ride. I love that ride until I'm sitting on it and I can't get off of it anymore. And then immediately I'm just my hands are getting a little sweaty thinking about it, a little bit. I'm like, no, but I always have so much fun. But I also hate it. And I'm always like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. And then we get in there. Literally, once we're in the thing and it starts moving, I'm like, oh no, I have to get out.
Yeah,
I have to leave. Everything's gonna I'm gonna be the person who falls out. That's what's gonna happen. Anyway, love this series. Each issue has been by a different creative team or creator.
Yes.
And has a totally different story, different tones.
That's the concept.
This one is Twilight Zone False Bottom, written by Nate Powell. I'm unfamiliar with their work, but really loved this issue. It is very they've all been fairly classic tropes, but modernized from the Twilight Zone, and this is one that it's will it have a happy ending, will it not have a happy ending, and it's dealing with a lot of modern issues. So we are tying this I don't know when the Twilight Zone came out.
Oh, 60s? The 60s, yeah.
I don't know. Black and white 60s show to modern day by just changing up the tone. The whole book, all the issues have been done in black and white to make it connect to the original series.
Sure.
But honestly, the artists they've gotten for it are just mastering the black and white medium, and it just looks great. Really, really like this issue. I thought it was really energetic. I thought it was really paced well, and honestly, at the end, I wasn't sure where it was how it was going to end, and I was actually really thrilled with that.
On the edge of your seat,
a little bit. I really like this issue a lot. I'm really looking forward to the next one as well. Again, I'm not familiar with the writer of it, but this one's going to be a duo, and the next the next artist is going to be Franco Villa.
Oh, what? That's a great. That's a great.
So I was like, that's pretty cool. So nice. I'm looking forward to that. But again, like this episodic entirely, easy read.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you, but I checked out Godzilla Infinity Roar.
Yeah, I did actually.
Yep. This is Jerry Duggan.
Yes.
With I want to say a number of artists on this, but
It's just two. It's like
mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I remembered them for like a hot second. Ig. It's there. I don't know. It's in my brain, but it's not showing up at all.
Yeah, Ig Guara and Javier Garon.
God, part of a name. I remembered part of a name. Yay me.
Yes. Only 2 letters.
Yeah, but this is a continuation.
It's a continuation.
And I didn't realize that. And I was like, oh, but that's fine. They give you enough to go off of.
Yeah, it's like they shot Godzilla into space. They Planet Hulked.
They definitely. Godzilla. I was like, they've got, apparently that group has one idea.
Shoot them into space and make them someone else's problem.
Do we have a problem? I know. Why don't we shoot it into space?
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
But there's all that space up there. It's called space.
Exactly. So they fired Godzilla into space in the previous story. Spoilers for the previous one. But Godzilla is taken by Null and then given a symbiote and then made into like a thing, like a Null symbiote bomb on planets.
No, I didn't get that because he can't control him.
No, Null can't
control him. He's just wearing like symbiote armor, I think. Like it's just like he's no controller. He just aims them at things.
Right.
Like he's just like, hey,
yeah,
go get them.
Right.
Go get them.
So the heroes go into space to go deal with it. It's fine.
I had fun with this. I thought it was like,
I think it's fun.
It's like, it's cheeky.
It
is tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
I would say.
I don't care. I'm not like disappointed. It's more just like I'm waiting for the hook and I couldn't get it. I just was like, okay, the hook is that Godzilla's in their universe.
I guess. I mean, I think there was like a fun bit of business at the beginning where we see like a council of planets, including like the Shi'ar there. And like they're all talking about how, like, I love that it's just like Earth, boo!
Let's blow it up. They're like, well,
hang on. Every time we try that, it doesn't go well.
Yeah, a huge amount of superheroes beat the crap out of us.
Yeah. Additionally, I'm like, I love this description of Godzilla. This is Godzilla, death incarnate, an elder god of rage. And I was just like, that's what I become.
True. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
An elder god of rage.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Well, and I need that on a shirt.
Right. So they wreck a Wakandan planet and like,
yeah, and like that, they're like, everybody at that council's like, huh.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Oh, but like it turns out they're making like a spiral, so we'll probably be good. Yay!
Like, what? That's not good. That's
we'll be fine.
No. Okay. So Reed, he teasing the next issue, basically tries to enlist the help of an unlikely ally. Right.
I mean, we can't also ignore the fact that like Wakanda is aided for a moment by Black Bolt.
Yes,
in which
Black Bolt falls as well.
Yeah, like Black Bolt does take Godzilla down, but it doesn't last.
Yeah.
And so like he regenerates, and all of Wakanda is taken, but like not just by like just the destruction of Godzilla, but by Null.
Yes.
Like, Null is like just actively just following in the wake of Godzilla basically, cleaning it all up. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Gardens fall as well.
Yep.
That was like the saddest part.
Right.
Like it's like this kind of like action packed, like, popcorn style book. And then something happens to Rocket and I'm like, oh, why did you have to describe that? That made me so sad for no freaking reason.
Good reason. It's sad.
Well, yeah, but also like we see that Odin.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Godzilla's plan or Null's plan.
Yeah, Null's plan
is to take the World Tree.
Yeah.
Not to attack Earth. Because they're like, oh, well, it's Null. He's probably going to attack Earth. And then we won't have to worry about it anymore. But no.
He has like some like god worm that he's made, which I was like, is a really cool design. And obviously we're like, we got to make it a god worm because we've got a god worm. Right. Anyway. But like, I love that he just yells and like, he like calls all of Asgard to battle. I'm like, that it's kind of fun. Like, I think there's little elements of fun. It is a total popcorn book in my opinion.
It is. There's nothing wrong with that.
Total popcorn book.
The book. What else is it going to be?
But did you see what the next issue is called?
No.
Indigestion, or How I Stopped Worrying and Learned to Love Exotic Meats.
Okay. Well, I read Planet of the Apes versus Fantastic Four.
Okay. Wait. Which book was the one that you think didn't work?
We're getting there.
Oh, no.
That's right. So far, we've done 3 crossovers, and this is not the worst one.
Is there another crossover that came out?
There sure is.
Was I supposed to read it?
Who cares?
Oops.
But yeah, no, this was Fantastic Four, Planet of the Apes.
Oh, there was, and I was supposed to read it. I knew there was something I forgot.
It's fine.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
let's see here.
This is Planet of the Apes and Fantastic Four, because someone remembered over at Marvel that they had the Fantastic, or that they had
they own the Planet of the Apes
license. They're like, wait a minute.
Josh Trulio and Andrea DeVito working on this
They're
one.
like, how many ape characters do we have? They're like, not enough.
So it opens with them fighting the Super Apes and Red Ghost, and Red Ghost sends the Fantastic Four to the Planet of the Apes universe without their powers, and then like a bunch of key members of the original, like Chuck Heston, Planet of the Apes, get the Fantastic Four's powers. Like what happens in the book is specifically like Red Ghost strands the Fantastic Four powerless in the book of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Cornelius and Dr. Zaius and everybody are there.
Sure.
And then at the end, like they're gonna sentence them for being like, for talking and for crimes against ape kind, and then like each of those characters that are ape get burst in with their powers and become the Fantastic Four, but like the ape-tastic four. I don't know.
Okay.
Meanwhile, on Earth, from the superhero world, Red Ghost is like, hey, Dr. Doom, here's what I did, and Doom's like, nice. I'm gonna be in this crossover, and that's it. Art's fun. Actually way better than this Greg Land cover. I don't know why, but like, look, if you have to use Greg Land on something, waste it on a cover. That way you don't have to worry about him and doing anything else, ruining your book. But the crossover itself, it's fun. Reed is like taking it in. They immediately get captured by apes, on horseback, and they get brought before the council. And Johnny tries to advocate on their behalf and fails because he's a moron in some people's interpretation.
Oh,
and so Reed tries to make a plea, like just have a banishment, like just send us back to where we came from, and we won't bother you anymore. Like I don't want to upset your ecosystem here. I know you're the dominant species, all that kind of stuff. And it's fun. It's just like this is very silly, but also it doesn't try to be anything other than like someone pitched them Planet of the Apes Fantastic Four. They're using the Planet of the Apes from the original movie. Great. No notes. If you were gonna do this, this is what you do. Especially because they're like, okay, so how would they like if the Fantastic Four had to face the Planet of the Apes from the first movie, they would destroy them. Like they take over the world.
Yeah.
So we have to take over their powers. And you know what we haven't seen? Apes with superhero powers. Let's see that. So we'll do that too. And it's like, okay, all right. It's goofy. If we didn't have a comic book review show, I might not have picked it up.
Right.
But we do, and so I did. And you know what? I'm going to read the rest of the series. No complaints. Interior art's really good. Love the Doom of it all. He looks fantastic. Last page reveal. But good stuff overall. I just really enjoyed it. But has that horrible Fox logo on it. I hate this thing. They are it's terrible. Looks like a website from 2008. And they keep doing it. Like they keep doing it on all their Fox properties, or they're like, no, it's 20th Century Comics with like a little Marvel logo in the corner. See? I'm like,
I know you hate that thing.
It's so stupid. But
I know that.
Just give it up one day, please. But yeah, so you read Wolverine. How is this book that's limping across the universe's finish line? Like this is gonna be.
What's the matter?
Oh, we lost audio, I think. There.
Is it better?
It's back.
Hi.
I think this is gonna be the last Ultimate book. Like I think when the Ultimate Universe ends, Wolverine will still be going like, and who else am I gonna kill with my adamantium claws?
Turn off the lights.
I'm the Winter Soldier.
It's number 14. This is written by Chris Condon with art by Alessandro Cappuccio. Dare I say, this is one of the best Wolverine books that Cappuccio's drawn.
Ooh.
This issue was like fun.
Was literal fire.
No, it was quite good. I really, really enjoyed this one. He and Jean Phoenix. I don't know which one I want to call her. Genix. And Sentinel-1 are on the trail of the last Rasputin, Ilyana.
Good.
And so as we're tracking her down, we're learning about her backstory a little bit about having it's very similar. She went to Limbo and like Belasco and all of that, right?
Sure.
But there's elements of the fact that it's she was really in charge, in there, right? And so we're pretty sure that she's going to be in Limbo, and we're going to have to deal with that.
Limbo and fight.
But they have he keeps getting, or Wolverine keeps getting tips where she might be, but they're either bogus or whatever. And there's a town and they need to get some additional supplies, and so he's gonna go there.
Mm-hmm.
And when he does, there's a shopkeep who tells him how much it is, and it's an unbelievable amount. And he's just but for friends, and he's like, I just got here, And he looks at him. He's just like, "But you're him. You're the savior of Russia."
Oh,
And
cool.
and Wolverine's like, "I ain't no savior."
Maybe a little.
No,
bit.
he's like, "I ain't no savior. I'm just passing through."
Yeah.
But go on, because he wants to know what this guy knows, and he's just like, here's the thing, like they're like the shopkeep has had like a bunch of Republic loyalists come through, and like they've been regularly supplying up. He's like, there has to be a camp near here. So they start looking for the camp, right? And they find the camp, and they go to work, right? And like there is, if you pull up that first Wolverine issue, like that first Wolverine page, yeah. Remember before I said like in the Event Horizon book, it was like grotesquely beautiful. Yeah. There is beauty in the grotesquerie here for sure. Yeah. This is a stunning page in my opinion. I love the way that Cappuccio is depicting the fire and the violence of it. I mean, Wolverine's literally like tearing a person in half, but like there's just such a beautiful flow to this page. Yeah. Jean is just so deliciously like not correct, in which like she like breaks that guy's neck. Like she's just not like herself whatsoever. Like she's not the Jean that we know. The colors on this are also stunning. Like I just really love this page. And I was like, I had to share it with all of you.
Sure.
I just was like, we have to highlight Cappuccio's like work here for sure.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's great about this book?
What?
It'll end, and maybe he can go back to Moon Knight.
Oh, that would be lovely. That would be lovely.
That being said, I think that Pramanic's been doing a wonderful job with Moon Knight.
Yes.
And
oh my gosh,
been getting better with age.
Yes, for sure.
So, continue that. But
but, like he just we've seen Phoenix displayed like
we've seen her kill people, but only in the way
like depicted in so many ways, like on fire. There was just something so gorgeous about that image of her being on fire and like all of that.
And more like wings.
Yeah, it's just lovely. Anyway, who I haven't seen in this book, in a Wolverine book?
Sabretooth?
Well, no.
We just saw him
earlier. Saw him earlier. Who's like the next most famous Wolverine villain, at least in
Omega
my head?
Red?
In my head.
Oh, Lady Deathstrike.
Yeah. Enter Lady Deathstrike.
Yay.
Which I think I also saved a page for as well. Yeah, there she is. Again, another just gorgeous looking page. The color palette in this issue in particular was
playing with it.
Really playing with it, really set to make the blood and Phoenix pop off of the background there. Yeah. I just love her proportions. She's scary.
Yeah.
Like she is just
she looks
scary.
Like a
love it. Love this look.
Yeah.
She does look sick. For sure. I agree. But I love Wolverine like squaring off again. Like, and I love this, what he says. He's like, hey lady, whose nightmare did you crawl out of?
Right.
And I'm like,
yours.
That same place that he got built, right?
Exactly.
So they have a cool, epic, like big fight. In which like Wolverine obviously ends up getting the upper hand. But like Jean wants him to leave her like cognizant, so that they can maybe like pull some information out of it. And she does. And again, I pulled this not for spoilers, but for like storytelling purposes. Look at Cappuccio, wordless page.
Yep.
Wordless page.
Yeah, trust your artist.
You get a beautiful, beautiful like
story
about Lady Deathstrike's life, and it's like sad.
Yeah,
and it's also scary. And again, the colors in this, I was just so struck because like I've been enjoying the art in this book. Like I loved when they had the bear and it was really good.
Oh yeah,
but like for some reason this issue, everything was on all cylinders, just firing entirely.
Yeah, they finally got it. Only 2 issues to go.
Who cares? They got it.
No, but it's true. They did get it.
They got it because here's the thing. Like you might be, curmudgeon-y about it, but for me, like to see an artist do this, even if it means that like the book is almost over or whatever, like it doesn't matter. They got there.
Yeah.
Like this is such a triumph in my opinion.
It is a triumph. You're right.
But yeah, Jean like recoils from it, and like she's just like, there's just so much pain, and like that's when like she mentions that like there are 20 different locations, and Ileana will be at one of them, and I'm like, okay, like I'm in, let's go. I didn't think I cared about Ileana Rasputin. This issue sold me entirely.
Right.
So really loved it. I just had to share a little bit of the art. I don't normally pull too many screenshots, but like this just like struck me.
That's fair.
Struck me in such a way.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Well, Knightfight ended. With
really?
Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora. Each issue.
I mean, I guess it wasn't gonna
go forever. It had to end sooner or later. But this was the last issue, Damian Robbins' universe, whatever world he went to. The idea being that like Damian figured it out because Joshua Williamson wrote it. So like, Damian figured it out. He was Batman for a time, but he fixed it. Life, whatever. Met someone, had a kid, moved on.
Yeah.
Everyone in the Bat family's okay. Everyone's good. Bruce is dead, but like
Mhm.
everybody else is good. And in this, like Bruce is like an old man. Like Bruce kind of like leaps into a version of himself that's like old, and he's like a Bruce that can let go and retire, and meets his grandson. And Damien's like, I'm so smart because like I'm as smart as you think I am. So like I figured out that like I'm in a fake reality, and like I know what you want and what you're here for. So hang out with your grandson. Like enjoy retirement for a minute.
That's really annoying. I'm sorry. It's good to know Damien doesn't change.
No, he's
a know-it-all.
Well, no, but is he if he really does? So like, basically they figure they try to outthink the heart, and the heart is like, don't outthink me, you son of a bitch. And he's like, you gotta fight. And Batman's like, all right, we gotta fight. You know, to move on. And Damien's like, okay. And like, we're all gonna help you. We're gonna train you and teach you like all the things you need to know and blah blah blah. And the idea being that when you become King Omega, you can remake the world, and you can make this. Like this can be the primary reality.
But that's not reality.
But it will be once I make it that way, because like this is as valid. Anything that we do when we're King Omega and remake reality will be as valid as like the New 52 was.
Yeah, but won't you remember the other old reality?
Who cares?
And like potentially have regret from that?
Who cares?
Me.
So anyway, Batman like fights Damien, and and realizes through the fight that like King Omega is, or the heart is like, has been training Batman to re-enter the tournament. And of course, conveniently enough, I don't know if we've I don't want to spoil the next issue of DCKO, but there's an opening, so Batman can rejoin the big fight. But you get some fun splash pages. Dan Morris playing with art, playing with his style. This one, because Damien's a big manga fan, it's much more Eastern inspired. Sure. It has a little like Damien's son looks like a manga character as opposed to like it being like a member of DC Universe.
Mm-hmm.
The world itself is brighter, and it looks good. It's a fun story.
Okay.
I actually really liked it. I wasn't moved to tears or anything, but it was an interesting idea for Batman, an interesting idea for this tournament that is at all times goofy, and it was fun. That's it.
Okay.
Like, it's a fun story. He's not annoying. Like this Damien in this story is not the Damien in like Matt Fraction's Batman.
Okay.
Who is
right.
Who is just terrible.
His own thing.
Like he technically will become that, but like, or at least there's a version of him that does.
Okay.
But it's fine. I liked it. Great art. I think people should check it out. Knightfight's gonna be an interesting book that people are gonna talk about. I don't know if they will or not. Like, I think people will find it.
Yeah.
But I think that people will have to find it as opposed to it being like a seminal Batman book.
Right.
But it is. Like, it's a very interesting idea, and like we'll cover it on Backers.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate that.
Perfect.
Ultimate Endgame 2 dropped.
Yeah.
This is, continuing the magnum opus, the epic conclusion of the Ultimate Universe. Iron Lad, Spider-Man, etc. America Chavez, Jonas Scharf, and Terry Dodson do the art on this one. Scharf doing the within the walls, and Dodson doing outside the walls of the Maker's time bubble.
Okay.
It's a big exposition dump where like Immortus or Howard Stark explains how old he is, or how many times he's done this, why he's crazy, how he doesn't really remember who Tony is because he's like 1,000,000 years old, how he's just been fighting the Maker and doesn't really even know why he's fighting him at this point, how Maker became a tree, where all the Death's Heads come from. It's very goofy. It's not what I want or am looking for or ever wanted from the Ultimate Universe, and it's not what was sold to me from Jonathan Hickman. That will be the case until the book and universe are over.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some callbacks. Killmonger goes to Black Panther and he's like, is this the day? And Black Panther's like, you're my weapon. You need to go to the Maker's thing or you need to help the Ultimates. So join the Ultimates and go help them out. So Killmonger goes there's a big effort by like all the different like disparate members of the Ultimates who didn't go in the bubble, who are trying to like keep the peace / fight the power / like keep the world from descending into anarchy, and Killmonger's now among them. and then presumably he'll kill Black Panther later.
I guess you could make an argument for that, but
yeah, no one acts like they would. Spider-Man in this is Peter Parker from 616. Like he just acts like, goofy ass Peter Parker, like he's making jokes and shit. There's a moment where he's like, wait, the time dilation in this bubble means that like my family hasn't seen me in months. That's insane. That's like the only kind of moment, but like Peter Parker would say the same thing about Aunt May in the main universe.
Right.
I don't like this. I don't think that like it's very good. I think that it's admirably ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the highest praise I can give it.
Okay.
It's an ambitious attempt.
Well,
and I hope it works out for them.
And here's the thing. Like, I've come to realize that, like, at the end of the day, I just wanted the stories from the Ultimate Universe. And I apparently don't care about the making of it or the destruction of it. I just wanted the stories within it. Like, basically what I'm saying is I am not eating the bread.
Yeah.
I just want my sandwich stuff, apparently. But I usually love the bread.
The bread is really important to me. And
it usually is. But, like, in this instance, I just want the filling. I just want the inside stuff.
This says no. This is something else. This is clearly like Hickman isn't involved. Like this is all Camp's baby now, and this is the Dennis Camp show. And,
sure, but and that's fine. But like, I didn't even care about how it was created. Really, like I remember even when Hickman was doing it, like really what I wanted was I just wanted the stories.
Yeah.
So like it has nothing to do with who's even writing it. Like I just wanted the stories, and I'm so happy about it. So like for me, I'm just like,
done. You got
I'm like,
Black Panther,
this is happening. Whatever, who cares? Like I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, no, it's here.
Okay.
And then
so I just kind of looked through it while we were waiting.
Yeah,
because luckily
because it takes 2 minutes to read.
I mean, like while you were talking for a little bit, I kind of scrolled through. Okay, sure. So I'm aware.
DCKO boss battle number 1.
It happened.
This is arguably one of the most ambitious crossovers in modern history.
Yeah.
It features a number of characters from
one that I didn't know was going to be in it
from a variety of worlds: Archie, IDW, Dynamite Entertainment, and DC Comics all converging.
I didn't know Archie had any involvement in this.
I didn't either, and I think that might have been a late edition. But it certainly is like, and don't forget, of course, like Netherworld or Netherrealm.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because like technically there's no like book right now. Like I don't think there's a Mortal Kombat book for them to cross over with. It's just like, well, we could use the characters.
Outworld?
Well, I think Outworld is the world they're from.
Yeah.
But Netherrealm is the company that
like
I was referencing.
I was like, are they actually called like? Oh, I didn't know that
publishers and New Line Cinema, I guess, is also involved.
Well, yeah.
But
whatever. Whatever version this is.
The pitch here, and again, like the concept is like the heroes aren't powerful enough to fight the Absolute Universe versions of their counterparts. So they need more Omega energy. So the World Forger like pulls characters from other universes to create like a pocket universe for them to fight, or a pocket time. This time, and like you'll fight over there. You'll get all the energy you need until my Crisis Anvil is full, and then I'll send you back like you never left. And if you don't read this, it's okay because it doesn't really matter.
Sure.
And so that's that. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Like, okay, you know what? That's a silly idea, but it's like it's a crossover. What do you want? Like, what do you want? Like this cover is kind of like fun. It's actually like my favorite part about the book. It's written by Jeremy Adams with art across the board. Carmine DiGomenico, Ronan Cliquet, Kieran McEwen, and Pablo M. Collar, all contributed to the stories in here. So we see they also have to like unfreeze a couple of contestants who had already lost the tournament and put them in the story as well. The main headlines, of course, are Superman versus Homelander. That's it. And then, of course, a couple other crossovers happen. Like Batwoman meets Vampirella.
Yes.
And there's actually like a fun sequence that I saw, like I remember seeing preview art for, where Batwoman enters the castle and there's no dialogue. And I was like, that looks like a lot of fun. And it did in that page. The covers suggest, including this one, that I don't remember actually if this one covers it, but like there's a variant cover that I think Horvath did of Joker and Samantha the Bear.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not.
That's why they did the cover of it.
Yeah, because
I mean, admittedly, the Joker, that was one I did kind of poke. I did actually read through. I kind of like that.
It's kind of funny.
It's like it is just the sort of weird madcap that like you could see Joker like involving himself in. Like he's I really like his hyper focus, like fixation on this doll.
Yeah, right. Because he's like, what's the deal? And it's like that's a fair point because like I don't really know anything about the Annabelle series except for the fact that the doll does not come to life and get you. Like the
Yes.
doll is not like Chucky.
Right, and then but he's just
But
like,
he's like, it moved. I saw it.
I saw it.
I'm like,
I saw
that's
it.
so funny. Like
Yeah.
that is genuinely funny.
Yeah, like Joker's like, whatever. I can take care of all of you later on. This doll though.
But this doll,
I can't. I don't. What do I
I'm
do?
gonna be in this situation. I'm gonna focus on that. Star Sapphire fights Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Like, what?
And like what Plastic Man and Black Lightning fight Sub-Zero
And
Scorpion,
Yeah.
although it's technically
They can
Sub-Zero.
both get over here.
Right. And they do. Like they say, hey, get over here. Or at least Scorpion does. And then I think Plastic Man says, no, you get over here.
I didn't see that.
All
I did see was you must fight.
that I was like, yes.
Like that's clearly like
is it a reference to the
frickin-
DC versus Mortal Kombat?
Yeah,
Not
like where they, like
I'm not like where they work in the
they're like, where are we? And like, whoever the hell it is it Shao Kahn? I don't know.
Shang Tsung. I don't
Shang
know.
Tsung says, "Who dares interrupt this most sacred Mortal Kombat? For that, you must
fight."
I'm like,
Fight.
yep,
Like,
okay.
yep, we set up the fight.
Oh,
It's great.
so Red Sonja and
Wonder
Woman.
Yes.
Sure, obviously.
Right. And that's kind of fun because Wonder Woman and Conan had like a mini series together.
Yes.
From Gail Simone, I want to say. This was so empty.
Well, it's fluff.
Yes,
I mean,
I've read fluff.
Samantha versus
Samantha versus Lex Luthor, which is like what?
I mean, I do like Lex being like, it's a bear. Oh
You're
God,
a bear.
The bear's stabbing me. Like,
yeah, that's
face of like Lex's face is almost enough for this book to exist because like he's just such a pain in the ass sometimes.
Yeah, and he's like
when he's not happy in the absolute universe, apparently. But like him just being literally stabbed by like a bear woman.
By a bear woman, and she's like, "What are you supposed to be?" Because there's no humans in the Beneath the Trees universe.
Yeah, like where's your fur, man?
Where's your fur
or your feathers?
Well, it's so funny because it's like, man, you gotta point out the fact that I have no fur. Makes me crazy all over again. The way it was pitched initially is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? It's like it's just a fun time. We're here to have some fun. We're having so much fun. Let's share some of that fun. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try it out. Beneath the Trees, big sensation. Red Sonja and Homelander from The Boys. Superman fights Homelander. I think they crammed too much in here.
No.
Because nothing happens.
Well, I agree. I do think like so here's what is interesting, right? I think it's like if you're a fan of any of these things, you'll probably get something out of it. Like as I'm reading through the like Mortal Kombat one, right? And like, like the announcer is almost saying fatality, but like no, they're okay.
Yeah, that's a video game.
And then like, when Scorpion shows up and it yells like test your might and I'm like it's literal it's literal fluff. It's little popcorn.
No, it's garbage.
It's just here to put a smile on your face. And like did it at any point in time?
Sometimes, yeah.
But I think it did exactly what
that's what it's supposed to do.
Like, it literally is like when you say it's filler, it's like filler in that way where it's it's meant to be, I think, joyous. I mean, it's not because it's super hyper violent, but like it's meant to be like joyous in that like, look we're having fun, like we're playing, like we're playing with our action figures.
Yeah.
This is the most we're playing with our action figures, I feel like.
I suppose. It's just but it's
it's like that, like, I can imagine you as a kid,
it's not
having
enough.
like your action figures and someone bringing other ones.
Yeah,
and now they're in a shared world.
Yes.
Right? This is literally what it is. Like,
That's
everybody just dumped their figures out.
Yeah, that's what it should feel like.
And I feel like it kind of does, but I think it wasn't more what you really wanted. But for someone like me, I'm just like that. I mean, that's what this feels like.
Well, what else would it be? But also like I could see it's yeah. It's what it reminds me of? There's a metaphor here. When Kevin Smith got like way into weed and like changed the way he makes movies, I remember being like kind of disappointed and I was like crestfallen and I was explaining it to a friend of mine, a friend of ours. And I was like, and I was describing how different it was. And she was like, I've known you for like 25 years. I know you've been a Kevin Smith fan for that long.
Yes.
And everything you're describing sounds like you're just describing any Kevin Smith movie.
Is that what's happening to you right now?
That's what it feels like trying to explain why Boss Battle sucks. Because like people are like, how dare you say that you love crossovers, and like how dare you say that like Batman like how dare you say that like Spider-Man Batman has any more substance than Boss Battle when all Boss Battle is everything you say you want.
Hold on.
That's what I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I read this book and I'm like, this is nothing. Like, it's less than nothing. And I think it's like, no wonder Spawn's not here. Because Spawn would be like, what? Are you kidding me? This is so lame. I'd be here for like 2 panels and then bail. Like, Superman versus Homelander? That's the headline. That's the big deal. Big derivative Superman fighting Superman. If people think Homelander's cool, this is an opportunity. And they're like, no. They just punch each other for a minute and then they leave. Over. Like, that's it? Nothing?
It's like, okay, so if I may, because I know you're just gonna shut me down on this one.
Oh yeah.
But if no. I mean, like, I think you're gonna disagree with me. If I may, this reminds me of every time there's like a big event at like for one of the companies where it's like some like stupid annual thing or whatever for DC, where it's just like, we need to show what a bunch of the other characters are doing. Here it is.
Right.
Right. And sometimes it's kind of fun, but like it wasn't really meant to add substance.
No.
We just needed to do
I know what this is supposed to do.
But like, I don't think that anyone should say that this type of crossover is in the same caliber or tier as
like Batman Deadpool.
Yeah. And like, I think that at this point, we can have different tiers of crossovers. I mean, even prior to the Batman Deadpool Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, Spider-Man, impending ones, plus all the other like online ones that they made.
Right.
I think even before that, we could have tiers of like things that kind of meant something and things that were just made to be made, right? And I feel like that this is one of those, and I think there is room for it.
Oh yeah, no,
but I don't feel like anyone out there
Mm-hmm.
should be like, well, Sal, you must love this because of that,
right?
Like I love Silent Hill, but there are certain games I don't love,
right? But they're not in this crossover.
But that no.
Like what if Pyramid Head were in this crossover?
I'm not. What? No, I'm just saying like. I'm allowed, and so are you, to like some of something and not all of something.
Well, yeah.
Like, I think this is silly and stupid, but like, I kind of feel like most of this is like when it comes to this whole event of everybody fighting. So to me, I'm like, of course.
Right. Well, this is this.
But like,
part
I
of the
know
course.
there is subtext and meaning in some of the other books, but I was never expecting this to have subtext.
No,
meaning.
I don't.
I can understand the argument of people being annoyed that like there isn't a complete fight, but maybe what they're doing is they're giving you a taste. They're whetting your appetite.
I don't think so.
And if like there's enough for it,
right?
Maybe they could do like a Superman Homelander.
Yeah,
thing.
they could do that.
Or you know, like I don't think we're gonna get a Joker Annabelle thing.
No, well, I would never want one. But I don't know if this is their shot. This is the shot to take.
I don't think it's a shot at all. And additionally, I could imagine that like God only knows how much time was given for this.
Right.
But the fact is, it's like, when you are trying to make it work and you don't want to upset anyone at any company, this is what you get.
Right.
Like nothing really significant can happen because we don't want to upset anyone. We just want to make it happen.
I'm not even asking for anything significant. Obviously, nothing can happen. There's no continuity. I'm just like, I wanted to feel anything. And maybe it's just because of the nature of the characters that were selected, but like, I didn't get anything out of this.
Yeah.
Like,
I understand.
I wasn't even really that entertained by it. It was just kind of a thing that happened. Right. And I don't even know if Jeremy Adams knows who half the characters are. You know, like there's a scene between like Vampirella and Batwoman. It's like, do you even know who Vampirella is?
Right.
Like, do you even know she's not really a vampire? Like, are you know what I mean? Like
that she's not?
She's an alien. But like it's
does she act like a vampire?
Of course. But
well,
like,
then who the hell cares?
It's just you can
how are you going to get that into there?
I don't know. I wasn't hired to write it.
Why would you need
the Sabrina thing? I was like the Sabrina thing. The Sabrina thing sucks because I'm like, why did you pick Star effing Sapphire if you could pick anyone?
Well, the other thing too is like I guess they just wanted to work with that company, but like think about like obviously they use her in order to get everybody together. I think there's other ways you could have done that, but I feel like without the Sabrina stuff, you would have had a little more room.
Yeah.
To move.
Right, but then we wouldn't have had the Archie character, and it's like that would have been an opportunity. I don't know, maybe Plastic Man meets the Archie in the gang, and so he's
just like, I love this place.
Right, he just hangs out at
Jughead.
Yeah, he just hangs out with Jughead. They get no burger eating contest. See, now I'm having fun. Just
But you're
goofy and
having
stupid.
Your fun, and this is goofy and stupid.
Yeah.
But I think it's just not your fun.
It's not even goofy though. That's the thing. The Joker thing is the most fun anyone's having in the book.
I think between that and Lex being stabbed by the bear.
Yeah, that's true. But even then, I was like,
and I mean, like literally,
like Lex would kill Samantha. She's a bear woman in overalls. Lex was wearing a power suit.
Yeah, but he's like completely taken off guard.
Taken off guard.
He's like so shocked by everything that's happening.
The thing is, it doesn't. I don't think it really helps to sell. It doesn't sell beneath the trees either. You know, that's the other problem. Is like it. Like let's say.
Well, it does in as much as you're like, who is this?
What that being? Like,
that's your due diligence. You go look it up.
Like if Lex had woken up, having already been like, let's say that like when Lex and Samantha were like, you know, put in the same universe together.
Yeah.
If Samantha had like been awake first or something, and she like tied him up, and you saw like what Samantha is capable of, and Lex like, I'm about to be murdered by a serial killing bear woman, like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Then you're like, oh my god, Samantha's scary, you know. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm not. I also don't want you to think I'm saying that this is good.
I don't think you. I don't think you are saying
that there is not like significant room for improvement, because I do think that there is definite room for this to have been better.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm like, but
I know.
Like these aren't even any characters that I'm just like.
No, I couldn't care less.
Then I'm like, oh wow. I mean, like honestly, like
Wonder Woman, Red Sonja would have been really cool.
Between the two of them, like that's the one I would love to see
that one had
a series.
That one tried. Yeah, I would like to see a series of that. Yeah, I don't want to read a Mortal Kombat anything, but like or a Star Sapphire.
I don't even care. Like the Homelander thing, I understand why fans wanted that for sure.
That's a genius idea. That's like the best idea that these guys had.
Yeah.
When they decided to make this issue.
I mean, the pacing for this is just breakneck. There's no time.
There's no time.
There's no time. There's no Ma.
There is no Ma. That's really the biggest problem. But that's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
No, I think you think I'm disagreeing with you, but I'm saying I am literally walking aside, like alongside of you, saying like I think this is fluff, and I think it's silly, and I think it's dumb, and I think it's like just like fluff, and I think that's okay.
Yeah, no, it's
I think
okay.
It's perfectly fine as it is, and I do agree that it could be better.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's as bad as you're making it out to be, because at the end of the day, it's not what this whole thing's really about.
No, it's not. It's not. But you know what it is?
It's an interlude.
The problem is it's happening at the advent of all these crossovers that are happening.
Right.
And it's like,
you think it's cheapening the crossover?
Yes, I think it's hurting the crossover.
That's what you want to say.
That's what I'm saying. I think it would be like if they put out like a really, really bad space movie around the time that Star Wars: A New Hope was released, where it's like you're hurting what we're trying to do here. And it's like, but also it's a celebration, like in as much as like, hey, look at all these companies working together. It is a spirit of collaboration. I love seeing that. I think it's wonderful. I think like IDW and Dynamite and Archie could use the exposure. I hope it did. The fact that it is inferior means that it only makes everyone look bad, which is not what this should be doing.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I'm disappointed.
Okay, that's fair.
I appreciate it. Like, you know, overall, good for you for doing it. Love the spirit of collaboration. Dig the idea and the pitch and the gumption.
Right, and hopefully, like maybe, like again, like even if it's not 100% like for these IPs, like who they are, but like for some of the lesser known ones that have like very successful books, and like maybe award-winning books,
right?
Maybe there will be some more eyes on them, and like that could be really a good thing to get out of this, right?
I like the question of like what else could have been, like whoa, what else could it be? It's like I don't know, man. I didn't fucking write it.
Okay, I wouldn't take offense to it.
I'm just saying, like I don't know. I'm not pitching right now. I'm just like saying how I felt about it.
Okay,
but
nobody. You can do that, and and people can also ask questions. I think it's totally
fair.
Yeah,
no, knock yourself out.
We can have both things, and I think that's totally fine.
Did you have anything else
additional
besides these that that we were reviewing?
No, I think we got them all.
All right, then Batman 6.
All, friend.
Yeah. Batman 6, Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez. This is interesting. Jorge Jimenez is doing like a really, really good job of like setting himself apart from himself, because he's been the key artist on all three different runs.
That cover is so like
90s.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the color
this
palette.
Feels like, yeah, it is definitely the color palette. It's also the way it's colored. Like they had a very specific way of doing these like cast lights, like these like, I can't remember what they're actually called, but these additional lights on the side where it was just like, where is that coming from, and like what color, why is it that color? Very much that. This looks like I pulled it out of a back issues.
Yeah, it looks like Norm Brayfogle. Like that's what it looks like to me. especially with the placement of the guy in the face and stuff like that. Like it's a great cover. And probably just because I like Norm Brayfogle and I want more 90s looking stuff, but it's also the fact that he's wearing the blue suit. Like the blue suit helps.
There is a lot,
way, but
it's
is
also
the
a very
color.
action-packed page.
It's such emotion.
There's a lot of motion. We got like a couple of like multiple fonts on the bottom. It's just very evocative of that time period.
Yes, 100%. And also there's a comic book in here.
Is there?
Yeah. So Damian spilled the beans, or Damian revealed that Bruce Wayne was his father to the girl that like the scientist that was created to be Bruce Wayne's girlfriend. And I think correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I got the impression that she got the wrong impression about who he is. Like, she's like, oh, Damian is your son, but you're not Batman. Like, I got the impression that she's like,
your son runs off in the night with some like
with some adult man.
You should probably deal with this.
Yes, and I was like, is that right? I got the like that's how it seemed. Like it seemed like Batman was like, okay, so I got to tell another woman that I'm Batman. And then it's like, no, he's so good at being Bruce Wayne that she thought that he's just that bad at it. And he's just a horrible father. And Bruce
Wayne's like,
what? And then he's just like, there's like a 9-panel grid where he's just looking at her and then he just leaves. And I'm like, that's funny. It's interesting. There's a lot of this book. And then like, it feels like there's another thing that happens.
This is not going to work out.
No. Yeah. There's like a book in here, and then there's like this thing that just screeches and slams into it, and I think it's Hattush.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I think it's the fallout from Hattush. But like, I don't know. Who cares what that book is all about? No one's even reading it. But this, so, you know, Hugo Strange is known for a variety of things. One of them is making Monster Men. We're implying that he's going to do that again.
Oh, okay.
We're also going to suggest that like the Joker after KO is in this weird place where he's like fatter and he's in a like back to tank. And I'm like, what? Like, is this book in the future or something? Like there's a lot of like random things happening in this issue.
I kind of like the idea of Chunky Joker.
Yeah, Chunky Joker's in there and he's just like something messes him up. And I'm like, okay. But also, and this is the thing to talk about, is just like DC/Matt Fraction have finally acknowledged that Tim Drake isn't relevant. It's just time to wrap it up for Tim Drake. And they do it in the most like weird non-comic book way possible. Like if you are done using a Robin, you kill him. But that's not gonna fly today, especially because like we're trying to celebrate shit. We don't need a big death right now, and you know the sales are already fantastic. We don't need to inflate them. but the way they did it is so weird.
Okay,
you know, like Tim was set up to be the new, like, you know, to be Robin. He's going to continue to be Robin. Like Chip brought him in. He's like, you're Robin. That's how it is. And then like for the last 5 issues, they're like, you're Robin, even though you got shot just like you did in the beginning of Chip's run, but you're Robin now. And people were like, okay. And I don't know what it is, but like while Batman's like figuring out what to do about this girl, he's in his cave in like Pennyworth Manor or whatever, because we're in a weird world. And Tim shows up and he's like, hey, I gotta quit. And like, cause like my boyfriend Bernard, like I'm tired of lying to him about being Robin. So like I need time for me. And I'm like, what? There is like, and it's I like if you're like a new reader or even like a reader of the last like 20 years, you're gonna be like, okay, I guess that tracks. You know what I mean? He's a responsible boyfriend. He wants to dedicate his time to his. And it's like part of the run that defines who Tim Drake is the duality of him being torn between lying to the people he loves and being Robin, and how he makes it work.
Right.
At no point in like 30 years has Tim Drake ever said, well, you know what the solution is? I'll just stop being Robin. Like never in the lifespan of this character has he ever been like, I need to quit being Robin.
Okay.
Because the person that I'm kissing right now makes me sad.
Okay.
Like never. Like people have died rather than that happen. And then to add insult to injury, like, you know, Bruce is like, of course, you know, take the time you need.
Mhm.
At least he didn't die. you
Yeah.
know? But and Tim leaves, and as he's leaving, he passes Damien, who's like, "Okay, quitter, goodbye." And I'm like, "How dare you? Tim is irrelevant because you exist.
Yeah. Yep.
You killed Tim in the
Aw.
public eye, you
Yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
brat.
Yeah.
F you and your night fight nonsense. How dare you say that?" And obviously, like, what's written in the between the panels, it's all about like, no, Damien like loves Tim like a brother, and he's sad to see him go. And the only way that Damien lacks emotional maturity, because remember, he's 13 and or 12 or 10 or whatever the writer
age,
remembers.
yeah.
He's 13, but like the the writers don't give a shit. But but no, like I get it, and it's like, yeah, I get it. It's all on the page. Like Damien's like mad, and he doesn't know how to express it. And he doesn't.
So he
and
expresses like a little bitch because he learned nothing.
Right, because he's learned
from
nothing.
Alfred.
Right, but he always, but except for when he does at the end of the arc that he's in, every like third story.
Every once in a while, he's like, "Oh,
Right.
am I an idiot?"
No, he's never like that, but he is like, "No, Pennyworth would want me to be better," but he's not 15. But it's just like but metatextually,
Yeah.
the reason we're here in the first place is because you're still alive.
Wow.
You shouldn't exist at all,
Yeah.
much less be alive.
You shouldn't be here.
Yeah, which is like the biggest sin Morrison's ever committed to comics, is creating Damien.
Wow.
Like,
that's a statement, sir.
Yeah, the biggest mistake that Grant Morrison ever made was making Damien. And Morrison actually had the audacity to be like, "Well, but I did kill him at the end, and I expected them to honor that." Why would you lie like that? Why would you lie to in front of everyone, in front of the source wall and everyone that is embedded within it, and say that? Like, you knew damn well that like Damien is not gonna just stay dead because Grant Morrison killed him.
Right.
So dumb. But
That's
but it's
fair.
just so funny that like, this issue is like Tim Drake quits and Damien's like, "Well, that sucks." And I'm like, "Well, it's your fault that Tim had to like."
Yeah, you did
Tim
it, man.
It's your fault that Tim has never been relevant since your creation.
Yeah.
Like, and now like we might as well never use Tim again. Like, this might be the last time. It's not. Obviously, we're gonna have like Tim come back. Like they'll give him a terrible new costume, or they'll give him a terrible new name. I've heard suggestions. My favorite one is making him the Gray Ghost.
That's interesting.
Right?
That's legitimately interesting.
Yeah, I love that pitch. Make him the Gray Ghost. Give him a fun little, younger version of the Gray Ghost costume. He's a detective. You have a little Sandman in there, the Golden Age, and
yeah,
and a little Batman, a little Shadow, and a little detective. But anyway, but this you theoretically you could just be like Tim, and then Tim went back to his homeworld and never returned. Like, you could never use Tim again after this, and be like, whatever happened to Tim? It's like, oh, he quit, because he was sad about Bernard. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess that's fair. At least he didn't die.
Right.
or he's dead. Like,
maybe they're setting him up to be a new Oracle.
Oh, that'd be fun. I hate that. You know why I hate that, of course?
Why?
Because Barbara's Oracle.
Well, she could be Batgirl.
We have enough Batgirls.
She could be.
We have enough Robins and Batgirls.
She could become commissioner.
Well, she will be one day in another reality.
Yes.
But still, it's just like, it's fun. It's comic books, everybody. But yeah, the big takeaway was like, oh no, Tim quit. And I'm like, all right, yeah, well, yeah, of course he quit. What else is he gonna do? Be Robin? No one's gonna let him do that.
That's over for you, buddy.
Yeah, he was like issue 3 of Knightfight.
Yes,
like,
sorry.
It doesn't matter. But yeah.
Nobody bought issue 3. No, I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's like he wasn't even in the first or the last issue. It was like Dick Grayson and Damien. That's all anybody gave a crap about.
Yes.
But yeah. So what's our book of the week?
I'm struggling on this one. I think I know what yours is.
Oh yeah, it's Boss Battle. I actually don't know. I think I may have overzealously deleted all the pages.
I think you 1000% did, because I was like, you definitely had a bunch of other books that you read this week, and they are not there anymore. For me, I'm really struggling because I really like this Twilight Zone issue I read. I really loved the way that Ward and Jones ended this run of Event Horizon.
Yeah.
Superman being Superman and dealing with like Hawkman.
Yes.
Really great. But I got to tell you, like, the freaking art from Ultimate Wolverine this week. Like Capuccio just bringing just these gorgeous like fight sequences, the just gorgeous book. And like there's something for me about Wolverine fighting in the woods.
Oh yeah,
it's like just... I think like Wolverine, and we've talked about this. Wolverine has many modes, right? But like Wolverine in the woods for me,
that's Wolverine.
Love it.
Yeah.
So like fair. I think I have to give it to Ultimate Wolverine number 14. Really had a great time with it. Again, like Phoenix just depicted so stunningly as she was being so scary.
Yes, that's true. You know, it's interesting. I don't know. This is a toss-up. I mean, obviously, Absolute Batman was the best book from 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
And I don't think that's fair for it to be
so
popular.
Did you read Storm too?
I did read Storm, but I didn't have time to talk about it. Sorry.
Okay.
But there is a new series of Storm. It's called Storm, the Earth's Mightiest Mutant.
Right.
It's from Murewa Ayodele. And you know, I don't want to.
Next time. That's
next time. We'll catch it another time.
But we're kind of running out of time.
Yeah, I guess I'll just give it to Fantastic Four: Planet of the Apes because it was such a competent comic book.
I thought it was gonna be Batman because you were like, I'm enjoying this. And
I like Batman.
Yeah. That was my guess.
Yeah,
because I forgot about this.
Yeah, this is fine.
I knew you talked about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I think I just had a better I didn't have as many books this week, but I feel like I had quality.
You had a lot of quality.
I had quality.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yes.
But yeah, so let's jump into some
time
super chats.
For my books to show their quality.
Yes.
Hey, would you like me to take this and do some super chats for
Why
us
not?
while we prepare ourselves for the super chats, but also for our whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
Our Rex.
That's right.
Hi, ComicPop team. Been a while. Busy with
Yes.
new job. Oh, this is from Alexandre de Beyond Bressard. You usually do this better than me. I'm gonna let Sal read the name and I'll read the super chat.
Yeah, Alexandre Briard or Broussard. I don't know.
Alexandre Beyond
Broussard.
Bressard. Hey, ComicPop team. Been a while. Sorry I butchered your name. I'm just the worst at that. Busy with a new job. Congratulations. I love that for you.
That's great.
Finally read all Venom epics, classic and modern.
Wow.
Can't wait for more Venom back issues. Shiver, when or never?
Oh, I don't know. Well, we'll get to let's focus on the hunger first.
I love when or never as the question about back issues.
You never know.
Such a great name or great question to ask about.
It's true.
Cameron says those title cards from Jimenez and Batman are amazing, or Jimenez.
They're great. I don't know if Jimenez is doing them or if that's the letterer, but like they're great. Yeah, every time Batman does something, it's like this is the grapple gun. He does this. This is the stats on.
Oh, that's really fun.
It's really fun. Yeah, it's a really well made book.
That's great.
Yeah, I'll give it to Batman. Sorry.
Arduit says, ComicPop, woo! Enjoyed Batman number 6 a lot. I hope they develop and grow Tim and Bernard. I get complaints about them, but I'd rather fix the Knicks.
That's fair. It's always easier. It's always harder to build than destroy.
Hulkzilla says, Kelly Thompson's out here making people ship Diana and Zatanna, and I'm fully on board.
Wow.
But in all seriousness, Absolute Wonder Woman 16 is a great start for the new arc. Agreed.
Oh, yeah. Great jumping on point. Maybe.
Agreed. Hardwood back, thank you again. Saying also Headlock Comics with Daniel Warren Johnson and Brody King raised almost $60,000 for families affected by ice in Minnesota.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is amazing.
Wow.
I freaking love that. Also, Brody got a main event taken over by F Ice Chance that went viral. Shout out to their kind of work. Absolutely.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know who Brody King is.
That's fair.
I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Don't feel like that.
I'm terrible.
You're a busy person. By the way, it's funny. I was talking off mic with a friend about Danny Warren Johnson because we were talking about.
But I know who he is.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's just the
He's the
best.
best.
My god! If you get a chance, there's a video by a YouTube group called Proco. They're one of the biggest art YouTubers out there. There's one with Daniel Warren Johnson talking about art materials. Art materials he likes, even if you don't care. He is just charming AF.
Yes,
completely worth a watch.
Yeah,
even if you don't care about that crap.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
We were talking about how bad I'd love to see Daniel Warren Johnson have a Doom book.
Like
like the video game. Like just no rating and no editor, just go. But that was the pitch I heard where they were like, wouldn't that be awesome? And I'm like, he's never played Doom.
Oh.
Because I pitched him a show where like Daniel Warren Johnson and I would deathmatch each other in Doom and I would interview him. And he's like, I've never played Doom. And I don't think my computer could run it either.
The old Doom?
Well, he thought I was talking about the new Doom, and I was like, no, the old Doom. He's like, I haven't played either of them. And I'm like, you? Okay.
He seems like such a non-violent person, though, which is funny. I don't know.
I know, but I was like, there's no
that's
way.
why I'm like,
but it's just so cute. Anyway.
Hulkzilla says, I want to headcanon that Thompson watched that Back Issues episode and wrote in more tigers for you guys.
I would love to believe that. She's been on the show. I don't think we did the back issues by the time she was on it, but
I don't know. Jamzilla says, I got around to reading Tom King's Once a Crowded Sky and thought it was good. It was a lot. Emotionally, the final battle was brutal.
Nice. I have still never read A Once Crowded Sky, but I should at some point. I know Ethan wants to read it. That's his novel.
Oh.
About superheroes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, Ethan would probably he'd dig it the most.
Yeah.
Club Remix says, me and some of your other fans make video games.
Nice.
You ever thought about doing a competition where whoever makes the best game wins a week of your Patreon? That's awesome. I'm sorry. I was just parsing the first sentence because, like, to me, like, I know people can make video games and, like, they're like, people are like, you can do it too. And I'm like, no, I can't. I play them. I can't make them. That's really hard.
If you can,
really hard.
You can make them. If I've made them, you can make them.
But like, that's freaking awesome. And I like that idea of like a little contest.
I love that idea too.
It'll be sponsored by ComicPop Plays.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
but for ComicPop's Patreon. Overall.
Right, of course, for the main thing, yeah.
Somber Shadow, thank you very much.
Your generosity.
Thank you so much for that. Saying, I'm excited for Absolute Superman.
Yeah, me too.
The solicitations for issue 18, which I won't spoil, has me intrigued. All I'll say is this. The solicitation does say the hierarchy of power in the absolute universe will change forever.
God, it's a Black Adam. Okay.
And I laughed so hard.
That's awesome. I love them making fun of him. That's great. I love it. I'll take it.
That's awesome. All right. Listen, I mean, we saw the well.
Yeah. Well, just to check the thing. You probably have it already.
Oh, yeah. Ryan Garcia says, my wife got me all 5 Y the Last Man hardcovers for my birthday today. That's what a nice gift.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thanks for hanging out with us on your birthday.
Yeah.
I checked out the DC compact editions last month and loved it. Love the stream.
It's working great. It's working.
Compact editions are
selling books.
They're doing their job.
Yep.
Hopefully
it transitions people into getting big comics. But I'm glad that they're working.
Yeah, that's true. Young John Goodman says, do you think Hawkman is going to be redeemed? And IMO, I think he's already too far gone. Will we ever get a Max Allan Collins Batman on the couch? Get Max Allan Collins Batman on the couch.
I don't know what that means.
Look it up.
But I'll look it up. But in the meantime, as far as I think that the closest thing we'll get is he'll be like an anti-hero, like Lobo.
Yeah, I'm wondering if like he'll like understand Superman, but still be like, you're totally wrong.
Yeah.
Marius Patrick says, but I also agree that I think he's too far gone.
Yeah.
Super late to this, but thank you, Tiffany, for recommending Jamal Campbell's Zatanna mini-series. I can't get over how beautiful each page is. Yay! I agree. Campbell just killed it.
Yep.
Killed it on that book. So beautiful.
Hooray.
So beautiful. And thanks for letting us know that you picked it up.
Yeah.
Bryce Harriet says, hi, I love the epic fantasy feeling happening in comics right now. Absolute Wonder Woman, Ultimate Black Panther, and Die Loaded are keeping me very happy. I agree.
Hell yeah.
It's having a minute. It's having a minute right
it
now.
Is.
And
it
I love
indeed.
it.
Yeah.
I sold. So here's the thing. If you have any romantasy readers in your life, if you know what that is, then you do, or you are one yourself.
Right.
All right. I basically loaned a book out to someone who is a big romantasy fan, and they had it on their coffee table when a friend of theirs who came over who was another romantasy fan, and they're like, what's this? And they pitched it on it. And the book I'm talking about is the Hunger in the Dusk. Thank you. I was like, what is it? The Hunger in the Dusk. And I was like, it's Hot Orcs. And I explained a little bit about it. And they were like, I should like to read this book.
Yeah,
so it's like, this is where it's like comics we can sneak in. We can sneak in sometimes. Like romantasy is like a huge thing right now. But if you have some romantasy readers in your life, get them books like that.
That's right.
Be like, Hunger in the Dusk, right up your alley.
Yeah.
It's just got pictures in it. Trust me, you want to see them.
Yeah.
You want to see those pictures. Cap Shy Pixel says, now that we're a few weeks removed, I'm curious to hear Tiff's thoughts about Ultimate Black Panther's ending and if they've changed. Love you both.
Yeah.
This is UPB, but I think they were supposed to be UBPs, right?
Yes.
Because I can't think of anything PP. I still like it. I really do. I can see. I haven't heard anything, but I could see people being like not satisfied with the ending.
Yeah.
But for me, the issue that they're facing is so complex, so large, so like earth changing for them. That I kind of like the maturity of being like, we won the battle, but we need to prepare for the war.
Exactly.
But also there's this other thing going on.
Yeah, and also I'm not like gonna die in Endgame or something.
Yeah. I still like it. I still feel very satisfied. I still love the journey of these characters, of all of it. I love that we actually ended up with like a stronger core group than I thought we might. I was kind of afraid people were going to be dipping in and out, but like we just picked up a few characters and then we kind of kept with those characters throughout.
Exactly.
And like I'm delighted. I'm still loving it. Still, going to be missing it though. It hasn't hit yet that it's like not going to be there anymore. Oops. There we go. Did I do it? Did I fix it? I did. Yay. Aiden J. Gray says, just had to pitch in and say thank you for finally doing Ghostbusters on back issues. My most wanted episode. And thanks for everything you all do.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say. It was a fun episode to do. And,
you did it.
And we did it.
And we had a good time.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
No, yeah. And it did fine. It didn't break records, but in neither direction. So it wasn't
good. Hey.
Yeah, it didn't hurt me.
I love that. Drew Pittman says, just team up Tim and Art Anarchy.
No, Anarchy sucks. But they are 90s relics, so why not?
There you go. He also hanging out with Axis, or is that 2000?
Yes. Well, 99. Axis. Yeah, Axel Asher can pick him up and take him to the friggin' Marvel Universe. How about that? Just put Tim in the Marvel Universe. There's no sidekicks there. I mean, there are, but like...
Who could he hang out with?
He can hang out with Patriot and the Young Avengers.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Marvel doesn't... There's no room for sidekicks in the Marvel Universe. Sorry. You know why?
That's not true.
Because they killed him. Like, it's like... It was like a little like lesson for the universe. It was like how in Inglourious Bastards...
Are you telling me you can't think of any sidekicks in...
No, there's sidekicks in the Marvel Universe, but like they shouldn't exist.
Why? Wong is kind of a sidekick.
Wong is not a sidekick. Wong is a supporting character in the series.
Yeah, he is a supporting character.
He's a manservant.
Yes. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I don't know what the hell he is now.
All Things Super says, love the show. Just wanted to say that Absolute Superman has become my favorite Absolute book. Hope it runs for years. See, just had to get there. We just had to get there. Yeah. And I'm glad I'm still reading. I'm glad I stayed.
I'm glad you stuck with it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Samuel, I think that's how you say this, says, do you guys have a favorite manga writer? I love Naoki Urasawa. I think you guys should talk about Alan Moore books like Swamp Thing. I love you guys. I mean, I don't really have a current one. I was reading a little bit of Witch Hat Atelier, but that was more for the art, which obviously that's part of the mangaka thing, but it really wasn't about the story. The art is stunning in that. Obviously, Junji Ito is easily one of my favorite manga writers of all time, but that is less about the manga, more about the horror. It's just presented in such a phenomenal way.
Yep.
But I'm also a Naoko Takeuchi fan too, but it's a little older and a little less
older, but still, but checks out. Yeah.
And there's an equally old reference for you.
Yeah.
Zilly Goose says, I started and been running my own online comic shop since October. Wow, congratulations.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And ComicPop is always playing in the background of me processing books and orders. No free time for me, but thank you for the company.
Well, thank you,
glad to be hanging out with you while you're doing that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I hope it's going well. This takes a lot of work. And so like my hat's tipped to you. Or at least lifted.
It's true.
Tipping would be that way, but then I don't know.
No, you did it anyway.
Anyway, I figured it out. That's awesome. Dan V900 has a couple of chats here saying, I finally received my copy of Terminator Volume 1.
Nice.
Once again, congrats, Sal. Why hasn't a Terminator gone back to fix a Damien problem?
Yeah.
Tim, I'm sorry.
And why wasn't a Terminator in the friggin' boss battle fight? See, now I would have written 2 or 3 pages of that. Been happy to do that. Yeah, I got mine too. I got a hardcover and a trade paperback, and they're not here. Should have brought them over, but they're in my house.
They're in the house.
But yeah,
they're close
great.
by.
Thank you.
Dan, back to say, I'm with you on Boss Battle, Sal. What a missed opportunity. Best Archie related crossover was Archie / Army of Darkness last week.
Yeah, I didn't read it yet, but I thought about doing it, but I'm like, the show's gonna be so long.
That seems like really that seems like that makes sense.
Yeah.
If You could also just do Evil Dead, but that would go a very different way.
Yeah, just do Evil Dead, but it's the Archie.
But it's Archie.
Yeah, but Archie's the one who becomes.
And
Bruce
then you
Campbell.
could cross over with Armor of Darkness, where he shows up.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be great.
Great cover for issue 1, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Agreed.
And then one more from Arduit. Thank you so much, Arduit, saying, Tiff, Brody King is a pro wrestler who also leads a hardcore band and used to do lighting for RuPaul's Drag Race. Wow. That's a freaking resume.
That's a career, yeah.
I love that. Wow. They say to diversify your resume. Brody King's got it, apparently. Right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks so much for all the super chats, everybody.
Yeah, we really appreciate your support.
Jump into some recommendations that are coming out on Wednesday for you to go and pick up. I'm starting out strong this week with Absolute Wonder Woman Annual #1.
That's right.
Written by Kelly Thompson. Art by Matea de Elis. The person who did the Prometheus.
Oh, no.
The two tigers.
Yeah. The two tigers.
The tigers, guys.
Yeah.
The artist is back for that. I'm so freaking excited.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a Gorgon.
Oh, a Gorgon?
A Gorgon. I know what those look like. I'm so like.
Yeah.
Okay. Very excited.
DCKO4 is dropping. That's exciting. I think it's the end.
Oh, Ultimate X-Men #24 will also be dropping. I believe this is the end.
Yeah.
It gave me a chill when I said that.
Oh, no.
That gave my face a literal, like, just chill went through it to say that. What a fun book. What a, like, incredible project. Peach Momoko really went ahead and just came up with something completely different.
Yeah.
Really truly understood the assignment. And I'm so glad to have been along for the ride.
Yeah. Ninja Turtles 15 coming out. That'll be fun. Little reunions there. Cyclops getting a new mini-series. I'll check out Cyclops 1. Why not?
Why not?
Amazing Spider-Man Tour #5 is dropping. That's always a fun time. The very suggestive cover on Black Cat #7 is dropping. Mary Jane and Black Cat are going to team up. Mary Jane, of course, is Venom. They're just stupid and terrible, but let's move on from that.
Heck yeah. Mark Spector, Moon Knight #1 will be dropping. So
His
we're getting
fourth reboot.
Another new #1. Jed McKay on writing, Dev Pramanik on art.
That's
again?
right.
So we're kind of getting the band back together. We've had a couple of bands.
Yes.
But we're getting the last band back together.
Wade Wilson, Deadpool #1 from Ben Percy is dropping. Going to be having a more serious take on Deadpool. Not loving Percy's output right now, but I will be giving it a try.
Okay.
The first new Vertigo series is dropping.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's called Bleeding Hearts #1.
Interesting.
It is, I believe, about zombies, and it's from Dennis Camp and Stepan Morian.
That's a really interesting thing.
To
be leading with that.
I agree.
Okay.
Aliens versus Captain America #4.
Awesome.
What a great series. This is also, and I hesitate to cry.
I like this.
The end.
No, really?
It's only 4 issues.
Oh.
How many more could it possibly be?
Oh, maybe I missed an issue. I think I have 2 issues to read.
I think you did.
Yay for me.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
I'm still reading Planet She-Hulk.
Oh yeah,
I
really?
think I have to catch up on an issue. Because Jack of Hearts is here.
Yes.
So I think I'm missing an issue. I think I'm gonna go back.
Uh-oh.
Very excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that. Don't you say I'm not gonna read that.
But will you read Star Wars Jar Jar #1?
I was gonna make that joke to you. God damn it! You also skipped over something I was gonna read.
What?
The Black Label has a Sirens Love Hurts #1.
Oh.
This is written by Teenie Howard with art by Babs Tarr. Babs Tarr has such a unique style.
Yes.
I got to check this out. I
Yes.
have to see this. It's the Sirens. So it's going to be Harley, Ivy, Catwoman, and Black Canary.
Nice.
So I got to see what these ladies are going to get up to in this book. Also, Die Loaded #4 is coming out. So all of you Die fans, go grab that.
That's right. Star Trek Voyager Homecoming 5 is the end of that series. I wonder how it will end. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Oh, how much further down are you? It doesn't matter because I got one more. I got to read this. This is an Image Comics, but it's also, I think, the Top Cow imprint under that. It's called The Thing on the Doorstep. It is. Get this. Okay, so there is a lot of issues overall with freaking H.P. Lovecraft as a human being.
As a person, yes.
As a person, and in some of his stories as well, like just things that truly inappropriate.
Yeah,
wrong,
no,
and
it's just not for today's world.
Not at all. But the door that was open in terms of being able to tell Eldritch horror stories
was kicked open by him.
Kicked open. This story is one of his stories, but I think retold.
Oh, cool.
And that's what I want to see. Like, I want to see that happen. Like, take the stories, make them better.
Yeah.
Make them better for this world. Make them like, just like, yes, that's what I want. So I'm going to pick that up because it's also like a full sentence of a title.
Right. Of course.
But like, I do love cosmic horror.
Yes.
And I appreciate them taking this, and hopefully they do something with it.
I hope so too.
That is more fitting.
Yeah.
You know, so I love it too, because like, if you look on the League of Comic Geeks and see that like, it's obviously dealing with like something happening within Arkham Sanatorium.
Yes.
So there's a comment in there by a person, I'm not going to call them out here, but it says like, couldn't think of think of one other name for your sanatorium. My friend, Arkham existed
before Batman.
Batman stole that.
Yes. No,
Batman
they're making a
took
reference.
that.
Batman's making a reference.
Yes, do that. Google it.
Yeah. By the way, if you were
ChatGPT, do whatever you want to do to it.
No, don't do that. But if you were sold on that Gargoyles Darkwing Duck book, the issue 2 drops as well.
Oh, excellent. We also have a couple of other super chats.
I know.
Done with your things.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Hogzilla coming in with a couple of super chats for us saying, "Squeak yeah, bah."
Squeak yeah, bah. Thank you for listening. Glad you're able to hear us.
Freaking love that. Hogzilla saying also, rewatch the Capwolf packages and laugh when Tiffany literally lulled at the introduction of the Queen of Werewolves. Great reactions in that episode.
I was very proud of that episode. I'm glad I paid extra to have that, because I didn't have the trade. I thought I did. And then I picked it up and I was like, this was expensive. And then they made an Epic collection immediately after that. And then they made a Marvel rival skin out of it. And I was like, okay, everybody.
Yep.
But I was like, I'm doing Capwolf. We got to do Capwolf. And I was not wrong to do it. It's such a fun episode. I went all out on that episode. I had Tenchi do some art for that episode. There's the D-Man interruptions. So funny.
Yes, D-Man. It was perfection.
Yeah, it was great. What a great episode. Favorite of the year. But yeah, listen, we want to thank our super chatters for sponsoring today's show. We want to thank our amazing and loyal audience for watching the show live. Thank you especially to our Tuesday Warriors who check out the show after the fact. And if you want to do that yourself, you can always like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications so you know when we go live. And also, if you want to listen to us on the audio, we have moved hosting to Spotify. So if you're listening to the show, you're probably listening on Spotify, but it's also, I think, available on Apple
Spotify
Podcasts.
fans.
Once we hit a certain threshold, the Off the Rack will start earning on Spotify as well. So we'll make some money off of the podcast in an audio fashion, which I'm excited about. We got to cross a couple of bridges with that, but we're on our way. So if you're listening, give us a like, check us out, and leave a comment in the Spotify world. Outside of that, I want to thank our audience for watching and for supporting us. Thanks for checking out that episode that I did with DJ, and of course everything else we do here on this channel and on youtube.com/ComicPop and over on youtube.com at ComicPop Plays. I don't know how we're going to promote it, but like Tiffany made an amazing video that highlights her love of a NPC character in Helldivers 2. If you are interested in checking it out before it goes up on that channel, check it out on Twitter at The Real Zoobs. She posted it. It's her most recent
It took way
tweet.
too much time, and I don't think it was worth it.
It was totally worth it. It was so funny.
I made it for us.
Yeah.
I made it for our...
it's very funny. It could be a commercial for Helldivers if people understood what the reference was. Do you want to give it a shout?
Really quickly, here's what it is. In Helldivers, you got your own ship, right? There is a guy who stands by the map. His name is Democracy Officer, whatever randomized guy you got. Right?
He's the same guy, same voice actor every single time.
But they have like little differences. Like my guy had like scratches on his face, right? Some event happened in the game, which I'm not spoiling anything because you can't go back to it, right? In which our ship changed. We lost another crew member in the back. And when I showed back up, my Democracy Officer was different. He had an eye patch and a different name, and he sucked. It's the same guy.
There was no difference whatsoever, except that his name was different.
And my original guy's name was Democracy Officer Bredberg, and I freaking used to
reference Bredberg all the time. What do you think of that, Bredberg? And Bredberg, by the way, if you click on him, he'll say like,
he'll just say he's like an endless amount of things he can say.
Do you remember what your new officer's name?
No, I don't,
because it's gone now. It's forever.
It was some stupid long thing, and I was like, I don't know.
You're not Bredberg. You used to call him not Bredberg.
Not Bredberg. Yeah, like literally just refused to learn this man's name.
So then one day we were on the ship,
and I had heard from another fellow diver that there was a rumor that when they put the other crew member back, it reset your ship to that. And so people were seeing that their Democracy Officer had changed because people joined at different times. Yeah. And I was like, I can't trust a hope. And there he was.
And there was Bredberg, and you were like, "Oh my god!" So rather than play with Ben, Ethan, and me, and, you spent 2 hours editing a 30-second video.
It's a minute. It's like a full minute.
Okay, I'm sorry. A 60-second. You spent 3 hours recording. You spent 9 or 10 hours editing a 60-second video where you like just celebrate how great he is using a song you have no legal rights to.
I know.
But yeah, check it out on Twitter at The Real Zoobs. And check out the top tweet, and it's just this little video of her celebrating Bredberg, and you can know that Tiffany made that herself. The character that's running around is her. She's she like posed and did all kinds of silly ass stuff. It's really great. It's a fantastic video. I'm very proud of her.
It's so dumb. I'm so happy with it.
Of course, if you want to connect with other hello fell divers, you can always join our Discord. All links for everything we do are in the description below this video. There's an invite link there. If you spam, I will ban you, but please don't. Just be cool. But there's also like a little chat just for hell divers to like connect and stuff. If you want to squad up. It's in the chat along with a million other things like Marvel movie spoilers and comic book discussions.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think it's time to end the show.
We also have another super chat.
Well, let's hear it.
We got another super chat. This is from Joshy saying, "Can we get a Capwolf sequel, the Sam Wilson sequel?"
Maybe we'll see. I don't know. It's not going to be as dumb.
Did they make one?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
what?
yeah. Well, Sam was turned into a werefalcon or something. So
you say remember that like
I mentioned it in the episode. I said like Sam turns into a werebird. You make fun of him for like 10 minutes, but yeah, maybe.
Well, listen, there's only certain things I end up remembering from some of these episodes. Sometimes
that's true. That's true. Well, the thing is,
it was all werewolf based.
The thing is, Capwolf didn't do very well. So like I don't know if doing another Capwolf video is such a good idea.
No. We stick to it. We gotta stick to the bit. And then in the third one, that's when we kill him.
I don't think D-Man's in it, which is really the reason why we do it in the first place.
That's the real problem.
Yeah.
That's the real crime.
I agree.
There's no D-Man.
No D-Man.
I'm trying to grab the link to the tweet. I have to give you the link to the tweet.
Yes, and she'll put it in the chat, I guess.
I just did that. I just threw that in the tweet. That's the tweet that has the video if you want to see. It's so stupid. I'm sorry. Don't watch it. It's fine.
Try to end the stream. Don't watch it. Let me just end it.
Let me just get away from
of
here.
course, watch Tiffany play video games on YouTube.com at ComicPop Plays or Twitch.tv.
Yeah, we're gonna finish Claire Obscura, which I literally almost did. Like I almost went ahead and started like trying to power level myself, and then I realized it was a freaking like cutscene that everybody needs to see, and I'm like, I can't do that. Fine, we're gonna end the game
on the next stream.
Probably, I don't know how long it's gonna take me. It could take me like longer than that.
Okay,
I
2 more streams.
We're gonna end it because in March there's a game we're gonna play. And I'm debating on whether or not we should play the original first. I don't think so because I think it's pretty one.
Probably not because it'll be the same game over again.
Yes. But like in March, we're going to be playing Fatal Frame 2, the remake.
So, of course, prepare yourselves by subscribing to youtube.com at ComicPop Plays. Again, all links for everything we do are in the description below this video and every video we make. See you guys next time in another episode. Thank you, Tiffany, for doing the show. We'll see you guys next time with another episode. I'm Sal.
And I'm Tiffany.
So long.
Bye, guys.